And we are live. The SMT podcast, August 14th, 2020. We may have somebody jumping in right now, possibly.
Well, let's see.
You on there? You got sound? Tim, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I just can't hear anything because it's raining like UFC.
All right, we'll get your audio back in here in a second. All right,
Okay.
Let's mute him for a minute, just for a second. What's up, Los? What's happening, bruh? Carlos? I got no audio on Carlos.
That's yours. You didn't click.
All right,
me
now
on.
we got him in. Okay,
That's what
good.
I'm saying.
I don't know. It just glitched out a little bit. StreamYard's funny, man. What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
What's happening, Chief?
None. Just chilling.
Just chilling. Looking for some Jello.
No, just here at the damn dealership right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, ordering the new car.
Nice, dude. All right, so today we got the podcast. I am joined currently by the great Carlos. He's here. Tim was here a second ago. Hopefully we get him back. We might have some others stopping by to come and hang out. We'll see if they make it. But either way, we're going to have a good show for you all. A couple of pieces of information that we're going to cover today. I see we have 61 on the live. Hashtag 2Live crew for those that are here for the live show. Hashtag replay crew for those that are, catching this on the replay. However you are watching, we appreciate you. And thank you for being a part of the SMT Nation. If you are a new viewer and you have yet to subscribe, go ahead and do that. And then activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. It's a busy time in wireless, Carlos. There's a lot going on, dude.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, there's integrations going on with the T-Mobile network. There's the unification of the brand. There's Sprint customers, right? What are they going through? Verizon is deploying millimeter wave at a furious pace. AT&T is going through an LTE and 5G onslaught. I mean, technologies are fast and furious. We're expecting more very, very soon. We're actually, like, if you think about the month, right? So we're in like the second month of Q3 in a way, right? Like we're halfway through August. So, June and then into July. And now that we're in August, like it's incredible how fast the year has gone by, even with the pandemic and all that. So, it's just sometimes we fail to like look back and reflect on what's already happened in the first half of the year, but we're already in the middle of month number 8, and so much has already happened. But what I will say, in today's show, we're going to talk a lot about some of those things going on with T-Mobile. We have some pictures, we have some images, we have some insight into what T-Mobile is doing in terms of their current tower site upgrades. So I'll get to some of that stuff. Big shout out to Ciova and Nertz. They were kind of part of the early crew. I see Jihad, Tech Outlaw, Rich, Trucker Todd is here. We also have Gene, who made it by today. Appreciate you guys stopping by and watching and commenting and getting involved in the live chat. I also see the McGuire Life, who's also here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a bit. Finny, I see you. Good to have you. The homie Big Lou is here. Kathy's in the house. Appreciate you guys stopping by as well. Baby Yoda, Brennan, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming through today. Cody, as well as Bry. Big Bry, what is up, my guy? Kimon, good to see you, man. Michael is here. Always supportive, always here and present. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for being a part of the community and all that you do to support the channel. Thank you so much for that. Arshan, Daniel, appreciate you guys for stopping by as well. Josh, Chucky, what is up, Chucky? Slaw Oates is here. Max is here. Stugs, Gregory, appreciate you guys coming through. Dante, Cody, Chucky with the super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah. What's up, Code? Lawrence is here as well. Appreciate for stopping by. Stephen Moore, Adam, yeah, Tom, Ernesto, Joshua. You guys are awesome. Alex stopping by. Good to see you, man. Vlad is here as well. The homie Tito's in the house. Hashtag Mod Squad. All my big blue wrenches and big blue names out there. You guys are the best. What else we got here? I think we're almost caught up here. Technoid's in the house. Steven is here. Mikey Tech Reviews is in the house. Steve, Ian, Cody. Appreciate that so much, man. Thanks for the donation. Sam is here. Nathan, Lavendi, DGAF, what is up? Viraxium. The brother Siova's in the house as well. All right, look. We got Ryan too. Tank Dog is here. Austin, yay. Ian. Yeah, buddy. GS. Look. So, Carlos, where do we start with this? I think what I'll do is let's start with the Sprint news, actually. So this isn't going to affect everybody. This is going to affect a population of customers that are technically T-Mobile customers. They are inherited by the new T-Mobile company through the merger / acquisition of Sprint, right? So that being said, I don't want to say that the Sprint customers are being treated like second-rate citizens, but in a way they are, right? So they're not going to be getting, the promotions, the upgrades for their phones like T-Mobile customers do. If they do upgrade or take advantage of a promotion, they are going to lose their plan and be forced onto a new plan or a different plan. All right. So there's that issue. There are some older plans that are having problems in conversion. We've been seeing that issue. The bigger issue, actually, I think, is the fact that the upgrade cost is way different when it comes to down payment. So there's that piece too. Sprint customers had like a long-standing record of being able to upgrade to the most expensive devices very freely. Now they're having to pay a very exorbitant amount of money for a down payment like T-Mobile customers do. So, they only give you up to like $799 in financing, and then they basically make you pay the difference in a down payment. So things are different under the new T-Mobile compared to how things were at Sprint. So those customers, if you think about it, they're like dealing with a lot of transitioning, right? A lot of stuff has changed for them. Okay. I want to give a big special shout out to Michael. Thanks for the PayPal donation. Thank you so much. The thing that I will say, I mean, that's all business stuff, right? But there's other stuff going on too. There's like network stuff happening. The last I checked, and this was according to the most recent data, I think from the earnings report and so on. It looks like some of the sites that Sprint customers have been taking advantage of, right? Because it's their network, they've had it, it's been up and running. They're actually starting to get decommissioned. Now, here's the problem with that. Only 10% of Sprint customers have been migrated to the T-Mobile network. That means there is a large portion, majority portion, that are still running on Sprint hardware. They're still connected to Sprint sites primarily. The issue there is once they start shutting down those Sprint sites, for whatever the reason may be, they're shutting them down to move and transfer the gear to T-Mobile sites and so on. That's going to leave them high and dry. We've already received notification and, we've got emails, we've got images. We're starting to see those sites taking down, and it's affecting coverage. So there are Sprint customers in very strong performing Sprint areas, coverage areas, that are now horrible, awful, and some even saying that they're losing all connection and connectivity. So this is not something I'm making up. This is legit, like, user experience. There are former Sprint customers that are saying that they have lost connectivity in places where they used to have it, like up until like recently, like today. So that means those customers, because there are no Sprint stores anymore, there's no more Sprint customer care, it's all T-Mobile now, they're going to be calling and saying, what's going on? So that's what they're doing. They're calling the T-Mobile call centers, the T-Mobile team of experts. They're calling in for all these, repair orders and work tickets. They're like, yo, I have no network. What's going on? It seems to me, with a little bit of a heads up, and maybe a well executed plan that some of this could have been avoided. I don't know how they plan on doing this. I don't know when these sites are going to be back up, or if they're just being completely decommissioned, or if they were down for upgrades. I don't have any of that information, but what I do know is if they are shutting down Sprint sites and 90% of Sprint customers are still on Sprint native network, there's going to be trouble. Because 90% of 50 million subscribers is 45 million subscribers that are still going to need access primarily through Sprint.
Yes, sirree.
You get what I'm saying? So, quick little math by the SMT. I'm really not that great at math. I mean, that's pretty simple to do. My concern is that there's going to be some customers who let pretty much high and dry are now like losing connection, or the network experience is going to be really crappy. So if you are a Sprint customer and you're out there, let me know if that's happening to you. You would think that they would be on the T-Mobile network by now, right? So if you're going to decom, certain things, that those people would start having some kind of an access to the T-Mobile network, but they're saying that they're completely out. So big shout out to Kathy. Thanks for the super chat. Yes, we just got her to sleep. She some behavior issues today. She was a handful today. The princess has her moments, that's for sure. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you, Kathy. Okay. I'm concerned about that part. I don't know how much I actually trust the T-Mobile team to do the right thing when it comes to the network decom and recom. I just don't know where they're at. I don't know if I understand the rhyme and the reason for things. But Carlos, do you think this is a way for them to get people out of their Sprint plans and tell them migrate over to T-Mobile?
Of course.
I feel like.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I wonder if that's part of this. I wonder also if part of this, because what if the former Sprint customer, what if they still have a lease and they haven't paid off their device? You really can't migrate them over, right?
Technically no, but I don't know.
So I don't know, dude. It's something to monitor. I really hope that there aren't too many people out there without service. I'm kind of hoping that
cold-blooded
that gets resolved quickly. Right. I hope that gets resolved quickly. We don't like to see, a situation where people are out for multiple days. We've seen people out for weeks. So, Nikki T was sharing with us that, I've had a tower site down. My home tower site's been down for 4 or 5 weeks. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. Ian, thanks for the super chat. He says they emailed me today saying my employee plan is a go, possibly. Is good to go. Good. Glad they're respecting it. I mean, you're an employee. They should, that would be the right thing to do. That would be professional. All I could say to some people is if you're a Sprint customer, you're going to have to navigate these T-Mobile waters carefully. If they decide they want to try to encourage you to change your plan or pay off your phone and do this to get a promotion or whatever it is, just make sure that if you do anything with your account, expect that things are going to change on it. So, if you're going to upgrade a device, go elsewhere. If you're going to, buy an unlocked device and stuff like that, it might be better to go that way if you like your plan. But like I said, this is just the part of a merger that you can't avoid. It's inevitable. So, yeah. All right. Now, this next piece is a little bit worse. All right, Carlos, this one. Earnings report. Was what, like August 6th, right? Yeah. And then last week, I think it was Thursday or Friday, at the Oppenheimer congressional meeting thing, whatever it is, the conference, Neville talked about the network upgrades that are up and coming. All right, here's the math. He said that T-Mobile had been at a 600 tower site upgrade pace, 600 per week. Okay.
Yep.
He said they kicked it up to about 700 currently. Cool. Good.
Yeah. Good.
He then said the goal was to get to 800. Fantastic. Great. So they're increasing the pace and the rate. We do get conflicting information from American Tower and Crown Castle saying that they're a little bit surprised, or they feel like T-Mobile has upgraded a little bit more slowly than they had expected. What does Mike Sievert do right away? He addresses at the earnings call. They don't know what they're talking about. We got the synergies with Sprint, so there's not two companies upgrading. He's lying. Right? He's got investors to convince.
Cold-blooded.
He's not convincing us of anything. We're not investors of T-Mobile, so it doesn't matter to us. So anyways, we're not familiar with the pace. There was a statement made by Neville that he said at one point he wanted to get to 5,000 sites a month. Unrealistic. That's a feverish pace, because even at the 800 per week, that puts him at about 3,000 a month. So imagine basically doubling that. That's just crazy pace, right? We don't expect it. But then I did the math. I started crunching the numbers. If you're doing 800 sites per week, you're doing about 3,000, 3,200, 3,500 a month, right? It's going to take them anywhere between 60 to 65 months to upgrade the 50,000 sites that Neville said he wanted to do. Now, there's two things that he said he's going to do with these upgrades. And thank you to Chucky for the super chat. While T-Mobile is bragging about passing AT&T in market share, curious to see the numbers after Sprint customers jump ship. Churn, baby, churn. They might churn real bad. You never know. Thanks for the super chat, Chucky. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're watching that metric. That's an important one for Q3. Okay, so the two things that Neville is addressing with these 50,000 site upgrades, two things. Low band, mid band. The low band is 600 megahertz. The mid band is 2.5 gigahertz from Sprint. They're really doing the 2.5 gigahertz because that's the capacity. That's what they need, right? They've got markets where the speeds are starting to feel a little bit of a slowdown. Pretty much instantly, if you add 2.5, there should be pretty much instant performance improvements. Here's the thing, though. They've got to get a lot of people into 5G devices that support N41 if they're going to take advantage of N41. They've already backtracked and decided that they were going to also deploy band 41 for LTE after they said they were going straight into N41, and then they realized after that freaking first outage when they migrated 1 million customers, complete and utter failure. Neville's like, we can't go through that again. We're not going to migrate that many people, and we're also going to turn on some LTE for band 41. So, and big shout out to Cesar. Appreciate the super chat sticker. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. And love the sofa that you're sitting on, that chair you got in your avatar. Thanks, man. I will say this, Carlos, before we get to making fun of Neville or dogging him or whatever. I do respect one thing about Neville. It looks like he's adjusted. He was really, really stubborn about stuff before. It looks like he's like, all right, we're not going to be able to do this without deploying some band 41 for LTE. So it looks like he smartened up there. He bit his tongue, swallowed his pride, stepped back from it. He's like, all right, we're going to have to do some band 41. Now here's the problem. We have images of a tower site in California, and we have confirmed dialogue with the engineers and the installers. T-Mobile is currently doing upgrades on sites only for existing hardware. Now, here's why that's a problem. If you are modernizing a tower that only has band 2 and band 12, or band 12 and band 66, and you're only upgrading the existing site hardware, it's not getting 2.5 and it's not getting, 600 megahertz. Here's the problem with that. It may seem like that's okay to just upgrade the site. Like, yeah, we're going to put new band 12 antennas, new base stations. We're going to do new band 66 antennas, new radios, whatever, right? Antennas. That does not jive with what Neville said. Neville said upgraded sites are getting 2.5 and they can do it in under 10 days. And they said while they're doing that, they can also upgrade that site. If it doesn't have 600 megahertz, we can add those too. So why did that site specifically that we know confirmed in California, right, only got upgrades to existing band 12 and band 66? No 600 megahertz, no band 71, no N71, no band 41, no N41. The merger was approved in April. They knew they were going to at some point have to upgrade the towers, increasing capacity to support the migration of Sprint customers to the T-Mobile network. So what in the world is going on? What's happening here? What do you say, Los? What's the situation?
Situation is raccoonery, buffoonery. That's the situation.
I appreciate the scientific terminology.
Yep. EM equals 2. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And
what is it? E equals MC squared?
Third. Yeah. And then we're going to do, what's another one? We're going to do it in T-Mobile terminology because they don't know the right formula. So we're going to say pi equals 3. They don't even
In my
do the
opinion,
0.16.
Carlos,
yeah.
every site has to get band 71 and band 41.
Of course.
Any site they go to, any site that gets climbed, any site that gets upgraded, it must be upgraded with those two things. I don't care what they do to the other stuff. I don't care if they leave band 12 alone and they leave band 66 alone and they leave PCS alone. I don't even care. You got to get the 2.5 on there. You just spent $26 billion to acquire a company that was failing and acquired nothing but debt, whose ownership group wanted nothing to do with them, whose CEO hasn't showed up to work in years. Essentially, like he won't even, the CEOs won't even go in front of their people, in front of their employees. It's been a crap show for years over there, right? Dating back like the last decade. They bought that specifically for the market share and the spectrum assets. They've got to deploy it. So here they are climbing this tower, and we have, I mean, this is quote from the source, the engineer team, the install team. Are you putting up band 71? No. Are you putting up band 41? No.
No.
What are you doing? Modernizing the tower. What's on the tower? Band 12, band 66. What?
I don't even think it had 12, bro. I think it was just 2 and 66.
Whatever the case may be, what is modernizing going to do for it? Do you think that tower gets 10% more capacity by upgrading the hardware?
Maybe.
If you were to add 40 to 60 megahertz of band 41, even just 20, right? Wouldn't it help? Come on, man. What did you do the merger for? Now, look, the first thing I thought about was, okay, maybe the permits were in a long time ago. Why didn't you modify the permits? You've had since April to do that. That tower site could have received those upgrades without much of an email. Look, we'd like to do a modification. You know, we've got this new acquired spectrum. We want to go ahead and also do an upgrade for band 41 and 700 megahertz or 600 megahertz. And let's welcome and see over the technician. What is up, my brother?
What up,
what is up?
What up, brother?
Peace, my brother. Peace.
What's going on, SMT Nation?
Yeah, we can hear you good.
Yeah,
you know?
buddy. Yeah.
You gotta do like that Verizon commercial, bro. You gotta do it like that.
Oh my God!
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Good. Can you hear me now? Good.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh my God.
So yeah, Carlos, the that news coming out of California on that particular site is concerning. Now, here's the thing. When one thing happens, it's probably not just isolated there. That means it's probably happening in other sites across the country. I'm going to be on the lookout in Ohio. I'll check things out in the CLE. I'll see if they're doing any tower upgrades. But I will say this, bro. My T-Mobile site near my house was upgraded in 2016. The time before when it was installed, I think, was 2012. So that means they upgraded the site 4 years apart from when like it was first installed to its first upgrade. If the expectation is that they're upgrading tower sites every 4 years, that means this site that I have that has only band 12 and 66, it's not getting 600 megahertz or 2.5 in probably the next couple of years. So we're SOL. We're not going to be getting that. And that's just my local tower. I think I did get a couple of super chats. Tony Phony Baloney's in the house. Mike Sievert's efforts and ideas as the new CEO of T-Mobile reek worse than AT&T's new CEO, John Stanky. Stankathon, yeah. Thanks, Tone. Appreciate the super chat, man. Jose, thank you for the super chat. Yeah. I need to actually probably record it once and just smash it every time.
Yeah, right. Oh, when you have the premium, it has an ability so you can play sounds on it, right? Or like a video clip, having a video clip, right?
I already made a GIF, bro. I'm gonna send it over to you so you could use it. All right, Nikki. First of all, who snitched, bro? Who's dry snitching on the Twitters? That's what I want to know.
Snitching if you got
somebody's snitching. That's what I heard.
What do you mean? What are they snitching on?
Bro, he found out about my CBRS escapades from today.
Oh man.
Silva found me some new Spectrum, bro. So we were on the phone with AT&T. Trying to figure out what was going on with the SIM card and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I stumbled upon CBRS Spectrum, and that's what's being auctioned right now, the FCC Auction 105.
You did a video on that this week, right?
Boom, right?
Okay.
Verizon already has it deployed on a lot of sites, and people are starting to find it. It's fast, bro.
How fast?
It's fast. It's like 400 megabit fast on LTE. 400
on LTE.
On LTE, yes, sir. Yeah, man. I think Verizon's on steroids, bro. We're gonna have to have them pee into this cup, please. Bro,
I'm trying. I'm trying. They blew mine so much today.
Yeah, man. The macro CBRS range is much, much better. It was on a rooftop site, so I mean, I'd consider that a macro. I wouldn't call it a small cell, but it was just a few blocks, man. I had a lot of buildings and trees in the way. It's low power. I don't know how good this is going to be in its current iteration. We'll have to see. Nikki says, I don't tell. Yeah, I was getting about 400 megabits. Some of the tests were over. Some of them were in like the 350 range. I got a video on it. It's on deck. Gene with the super chat. What up? Yeah. Thanks, Gene. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Silva, I heard you were looking at jumping ship, bro. Is that word on the street is?
Well, what you heard
on the streets, bro.
What you heard was correct, right? See, because I don't talk about it, I be about it, right?
Yeah. Thanks for the super chat, Gene. Appreciate
Shout out
you.
to Gene and Alex.
Yep. And Alex, thank you for your super chat. T-Mobile 5G so bad in my area that I have to use Wi-Fi to watch this live stream.
Woo.
Uh-oh.
Bro,
that T-Mobile.
So like I said,
thanks
right?
for the super chat, Al. Appreciate you, man.
so like I said, right? I say near the end of the year, I'm probably going to switch over to Verizon, especially with the deals and stuff, with the new Note, right? So I said, what, I'll get all of that in a one shot go. So I'm downtown. I say, let me go to Verizon store downtown because I don't want to go to the ones in the hood because they'll be on some goofy stuff. So I go to the one in downtown. I say, hey, this is what I want to do. Boom, 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 boom. So he gave me the breakdown. I forgot to get the breakdown out of my book bag, but it was around the price that we've discussed before, and it's the kind of the same price that I discovered when I was doing it on the Verizon site myself, right? So give or take, it'll be maybe $15 cheaper than my current T-Mobile bill. $15 is great, great, right? So then I asked the dude about the family and friends. So I said, can I get the family and friends discount on top of that? Because, I know I wanted to get it in store, and I want to know, do you add that to T-Mobile customers specifically for switching over and getting 2 new lines? Because if I can get that discount today, I'll do it right now.
So if you could like stack those 2 things together, essentially. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want. Like, I want to know if I can stack the T-Mobile switch over and if I can get the family and friends, because if I was trying to tell him, if you do that, I'll do it right now before I even leave.
Mm-hmm. That's how you do it.
Yeah. The dude was like, oh, no, we can't do it because you actually have to have that code, and we only have 5 codes.
That's true.
So that's correct.
That is correct. He only gets 5 of them. Yeah.
Bro,
now I bet you,
Siova,
I bet you if you had like 6 lines, I think he would have given you that code.
Bro.
Yeah.
Siova.
Yeah.
Bro, I'll give you some port numbers, bro. Just add a couple of more lines and then you cancel them. You cancel them later. You'll get the $300, bro. You get the $300 gift card.
Okay, so you add more lines and then you just cancel the lines. How long?
I think he'd be willing to do it if you were giving him an incentive to give you that code. Like, oh wow, he's gonna do 6 lines.
Yeah,
that's a nice commission for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you boom, 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 you close the deal. A week later, you're like, I don't need these 4 lines.
Hey, I'd be fine with that.
Or you can do it that way. Yeah, exactly. You can cancel the lines a week later, but then you won't get the $300 rebate for those lines. But if you just wanted to write it out for like 60 days, bro, you get $300 per line. You do 2 lines, that's $600, bro.
Tony Phony Baloney with the $2 super chat. Yeah. Verizon about to be pulled over by the download speed po. Hey, listen, I was going to say, Siova, before you pull the trigger, I mean, I don't know if you looked at AT&T, but they are legit. That is a legit wireless network, man. So I didn't know if you considered it, but it is a really impressive network, man. It is really good.
Now here's the thing with AT&T.
Where do you live at though, bro?
New York.
I know he's in New York City.
Yeah, New York.
New York, bro. Yeah. Verizon.
That's why I'm saying no, because we had this conversation before in New York, and you guys were saying Verizon. So I was like, all right, I just do Verizon. I know AT&T is good, but in Verizon, in New York, Verizon's just better. So I would have no problem just switching to Verizon.
So that Verizon's good where you're at.
I'm pretty sure it's better than T-Mobile because I know T-Mobile.
What borough?
I live in the Bronx.
Bronx, Verizon.
Yeah, I know.
In the South Bronx.
Yeah. We had this conversation before. That's why. I made the decision up I think we had 2 months ago.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Gene got paid today. Appreciate the super chat, Gene.
Gene tricking.
Gene, yeah, Gene. It ain't tricking if you got it, bro. Don't
it ain't tricking if you got it, brother.
Thanks, Gene. Thank you very much, man. I really do
appreciate it. Shout out to
Gene,
baby.
And one more thing for Gene, if you guys could, please do check out Gene's channel. Moderators, if you can get a link to his channel, he's got, he does live streams. He posts a lot of videos. He does a lot with Target. He goes and looks at carrier deals, smartphone releases. He covers a lot of stuff. And I'd appreciate if you gave him a consideration. Check out his channel, subscribe to him, give him some views, engage with him. His live chats are interactive. He's always looking for the conversation and the discourse. So it's a very interactive community there.
Had a channel.
Yep, sure does, man. He's been pretty active for about the last month. So he's just getting going. Let's get him some subs. Let's get him some views, and let's interact. He's really big on creating and forming a community, which is what I like doing too. So I can respect that.
Okay.
All right, let's see what else we got. Ron says T-Mobile been slowing down since the pandemic. I've been seeing that as an issue as well. Let's see here. Cody with another super chat. Thanks, Code. I think he's got the Billy Goat gruff over there too. You see that photo?
We got a goat in the chat room. Hey, we got a goat.
I was actually speed testing AT&T's millimeter wave today. I had no idea, but they have nodes all over the place in the CLE. Bro, they are putting these things everywhere. Verizon's doing it. AT&T's doing it. T-Mobile did it last year in July, and then they walked away from it. They're like, all right, we did our little millimeter wave thing, and we're gonna leave. All right, enjoy that. They haven't done anything with it since. AT&T's on a rampage and Verizon's on a rampage. They're upgrading sites like crazy, installing nodes all over the daggone place. Rooftop sites, small cells like on those street poles and stuff like that, all over the place. And they're putting them near apartments. They're putting them near concert series venues, stadiums, arenas, universities. I've literally been seeing them all over the place. So like, if you're outside, you're going to connect to one of these.
Why Nathaniel say that? Why Nathaniel?
What is it?
Nathaniel Lusk. He says, "Yo, Sneed, LOL. Your friend there has a probably way more expensive mic."
Okay, all right. Look, because he knows I spent $30 on this thing. That's why.
Oh, I didn't know you spent $30 on that.
Oh my God. Listen, I spent $100+ on this, and it's too sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's way too sensitive.
Yeah, it's too sensitive. That's too sensitive.
I need a treated room to use that thing, or I got to go upstairs and turn off the air conditioning because it picks up everything, dude.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, when I get the studio set up and I got all the dampening, I got all the acoustic stuff taken care of, I'm gonna go back to my condenser mic. But for now, I'm going with the dynamic, bro. It shoots straight, like boom. That's all I need it for. And I really don't like I don't like those the screen for the plosives. I don't want that, bro. So I'm gonna have to get something like what you have.
Yeah,
or even the styrofoam,
I can't even
thing.
Turn it around, but if you see, hold on, let me see. If you see this is the one that actually goes on the mic. You see, this goes on the mic. I used to have the big, round shit that used to come here, and then it was too much. This lets you get up close to the mic, and it still protects the plosives. But people are wondering, like, my setup is a little bit different than Sneed's because I have an audio interface. So the USB audio interface, it has the amps and everything, so it puts in a lot of work for the mic. So if you have a mic with an audio interface, it's going to sound better than, I think your mic just plugs in straight to the jack on the computer, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So my USB audio interface is just going to have more power in general. So that's why it's just going to sound more crispy. Like
Ciova can do way more with his. He can boost his. Yeah. He can obviously play with the tones a little bit. Mm-hmm. Right. He has more control of his voice and his volume and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready, bro. That's one of those things, like, you got to do your research, you got to know what you're gonna buy.
It's a process, bro.
And
I still mess it up. And I still be messing, like, it's still a struggle for me, and I still be messing up. Like, I'm considering with the donations I get from my channel and super chats, and I mean, I don't get super chats, but like Cash Apps, I might just get a Go XLR and just call it a day, bro. Because I'm getting a little tired of it with the voice meter,
Yeah. Yeah, I hear
but
you,
I'm
bro.
sorry. I don't mean you know how I get when I start talking about that stuff. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you were saying?
Gene, thank you for the super sticker, man. I appreciate you, bro. The nice thing about once you start getting donations and your channel can generate revenue is you put back into it. So that's like the first thing I did. I tell people it's what I like when I got the Patreon and I got like my first 5-10 patrons and they were supporting the channel. I bought the mic, to get my sound right. And then after like another 6 months, I got the webcam, and then I bought a desktop, and then I got a laptop, and then I started getting more audio equipment, and you invest as you can, you don't want to go into debt, swiping your credit card, trying to buy all the stuff for your channel. You got nothing coming in. Right.
Yeah, so that's goofy soup. That's goofy soup.
It's simple mathematics, bro. How you going to dump a whole gang of cash, but you ain't got it coming in? Yeah. So for me, it was like one thing at a time. I was patient, and actually what I did, I had to, as my subscribers supported me. So like I would match it. So if I got $100 in donations, I would also dump my own 100. So now I got 200 to put into upgrading the channel. And I started upgrading devices too. I started buying phones that I could use for testing. Bro, I got like 5 SIM cards now. I'm testing all the networks, bro. All things GOAT, bro.
Goat.
3, 4, 5G devices, 3, 4, 5 SIM cards. I'm driving all over the damn place, bro. I'm filming everything, and it's because, I look at the views on the channel, and those videos
You
get
have
thousands of views.
You have a very active subscriber base. Like
60% of my views come from subscribers.
That's a lot. Like, and you can tell whenever you go live, like you get a lot of, like, when I used to see you go live, I used to think that, you had like 20,000 subs when you hit your subs. Cause I always looked at your live show. I said, man, Sneed got a shit ton of people on his channel. And you go live, so you have like 250 and stuff. Like, man. Damn, bro. And I found that you was just under 10,000. I was like, wow, that is amazing, man. You have such a great active, subscriber base, man.
You know what, man? I have a really interactive community.
Gene got that second stimulus check, see?
Black Spawn with the donation. Gene got that second stimulus check and ball.
Where's that check, man?
I didn't get mine yet, so I can't comment, man. It's purely speculation.
I don't even qualify to get them, so I don't even care.
Dang.
Bro, I didn't realize how close I was to not getting that too, man.
Dang. Thanks, Black Spawn. Appreciate you, bro. Even without the stimulus, you're still the homie.
Yeah, man.
They base it off your income bracket.
Yeah.
My income bracket don't qualify. So
I was I was this close. I was this close.
Hey, we got Skunk Ape in here.
Man, I knew Skunk Ape. I knew it.
He wants T-Mobile towers, man.
T-Mobile towers, yum.
Yo, I knew Skunk Ape was going to. I haven't seen Skunk Ape in a while, though. I think Skunk Ape was, was on a vacation. I think he might have took a diet on them T-Mobile towers.
Nah, bro, he's been working out and stuff. He's working up the hunger.
He getting jacked.
He's ready.
Skunk Ape.
Man. What's up, Big Lou? What's happening, bro? Yo, I'm pretty sure Big Lou's from Brooklyn, man. I'm pretty sure the homie from Brooklyn, and he rocks with Verizon, bro. Mm-hmm. And he rocks with Verizon. So
I'm trying. I want. Listen, if I can't get the family and friends, like I would still do it. Like I want to try to get that. But I'll still do it with just the T. Yeah, like I'll still do it just with the T-Mobile switch over because like the deal is good. Mm-hmm. I'll trade in. I'll finally trade in my Note 8. And I'll get, Are
you going to trade in the Note 8 because you want to upgrade or because it's not going to work?
No, I want to trade in the Note 8 for the upgrade to get to the Note 20 because then I don't want to keep a whole bunch of phones, right? And nothing's really wrong with the Note 8. So that would put me into a 2 carry system. Like when I actually am actively going outside, right? Because I'm not actively going outside right now. But when that happens, like I would be a 2 carry system where I would carry my Note 20 Ultra 5G maximum prime, whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. And
the Optimus Prime Note 20
Optimus
Plus.
Prime, the Optimus Prime Note 20, and then I'll still carry my my ROG Phone 3. Like I will carry that, and if whatever happens in it, and, I can't put another SIM in it, whatever. It's still a Wi-Fi gaming media device. It is what it is. Like I ain't chucking that for no one.
Yeah,
just keeping it a buck.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, John's over in NYC too, but I'm not sure. I think he's Bronx as well. That's where John's
BX.
from. So he's and I'm pretty sure he's a Verizon guy too, bro. They're all Verizoned out over there in the BK and the BX, bro.
I ain't got no carrier loyalty in my heart. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
I don't got no carrier loyalty in my heart.
Bro, I'm hoeing over here. I got it all. I mean, there's a different SIM card in every single one of these, bro. I don't even know where, but this is just, there's like 2 other ones floating around somewhere, bro.
Bro, these influencers ain't loyal, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all not loyal, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, man, this is crazy. Custom Verizon all day. Yeah. Queens, T-Mobile sucks. Is that fact? Ciova, Queens, T-Mobile's garbage?
No.
No?
Yeah. Like I've only really experienced bad T-Mobile in my area in the Bronx, really.
Wow.
Like
coverage issues or capacity issues?
Just speed, not like I get calls and stuff. Like it's not a calling, data. My calls are dropped. It's just data, really. Like because in New York, like you're not gonna really have an issue where you're not getting calls because of the carriers because it's New York. Like everybody got towers in New York. I mean, I understand at least that much, right? But it's with the speeds. So with T-Mobile, the speeds aren't the best. like they're usable, but
Mhm.
it's just better in Manhattan because it's Manhattan.
Oh, they've got 5G in Manhattan. That's why.
Yeah,
Like the high capacity 5G, not
yeah.
the low
So
band 5G.
no, so in Manhattan, you're right as rain in Manhattan with T-Mobile. Like with all the carriers, if you just lived in Manhattan, and if you live further downtown into Manhattan, like Upper West Side, Upper East Side, Midtown, Soho, whatever.
I heard East Village, they're doing like gigabit speed there.
Yeah. So the richer the area, okay, the richer the area, right?
I want my signal strong, bro.
Yeah, the richer the area, the better. Like if you was in West Village, like you'd have no problem with any carrier. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter to you because all the carriers would work perfectly fine. You get all the speeds. You wouldn't have issues with dropping and none of that. So it just depends like which one would you want?
Gotcha.
Cesar,
honestly, man, with upgraded tower sites, macros with AT&T, I typically see like 200, 250. The small cells I've been testing from AT&T are doing 300 plus, 400 in some cases, because they're doing LAA, unlicensed spectrum. And I'm talking like 60 megahertz of it. So it's freaking fast, like really fast. If you have an updated phone, you'll get access to that stuff. That's why I tell people this, and thank you, Cesar. I appreciate you for the donation, and it brings up a good point. If you have an iPhone 5 or an iPhone 6 or a Samsung Galaxy S4 or a 2015 ZTE Blade or some craziness, stop it. You will not get a high quality network experience on any carrier, let alone T-Mobile. If you are on T-Mobile, you need at least a 2019 or newer phone. They upgraded Band 71. They upgraded. Now they're going to be upgrading with N41, right? 5G. You can't stick with these old phones and then complain about slow speeds when your phone can't do it. That's like, I got to tow this trailer. Can't tow a trailer with a Toyota Corolla. It ain't happening, Chief.
like a rock.
Oh, like a rock. Bro, you can't do it. These are old phones, man. I remember when the 333 megahertz computers started coming out, bro. And they were cooking, right? It was like fast, right? But like every so often, there's either an annual or every couple of years, there's some like transcendental event that happens in technology, and you got to upgrade. You can't stick with the old tech. I mean, look what's going to happen with the iPhone in the fall. Bro, it's like the worst thing about the iPhone has always been the cellular technology. The radios are trash. The signal is weak and they are slow.
First 5G, right?
It's going to be the first one with the X60 modem, and it's going to be really fast, and the signal is going to be a lot better than the old Intel chips that were in iPhones. Now's going to be a reason for anybody who has never tried an iPhone.
Hold on, see. Which RFK Tech is the real channel? Because you got like a white one and a blue one, and the white one saying ban the blue one, and the blue one saying ban the white one.
What? We got multiple RFK Techs?
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm sorry. I was just looking at the chat room. I'm confused.
What is going on, bro? That's a troll.
Bro,
one of
what
them is obviously
the heck?
a troll.
What the heck is going on over here, bro?
No,
you feel
that there's two RFK.
Yeah, there's a bunch of trolls. My moderators, get them out of here, please. I'm not really trying to go through this right now.
Yeah,
Friday.
If I had my other phone with me right now, bro, I would have banned it myself.
Just ban both of them, and we'll talk to Ricky. Just ban them on. We'll just talk to Ricky because I know Ricky has the red
one. Is gone. That is racist.
Yeah.
I think
avatars matter.
I think it's the white. I think the white one was probably the troll.
The real account has a wrench. Yeah, he's right. Yeah. Ricky has a wrench on your channel. That's right. Yeah.
Right. I was saying about the iPhones, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that has kept me from rocking an iPhone, real talk, bro. This is really the bottom line. Cellular has been awful. Now, awful is a blended term for horrible and awful.
It's been like that since the 3G, though, right?
Here's what happened.
iPhone 10.
The iPhone 10 had a Qualcomm modem. The iPhone 7 had a Qualcomm modem. So those two I actually had. But then, like, you get into something different and something new and whatever else. But the 11, the 10s, the 8, the 6s, if it was the GSM versions, the ones like AT&T and T-Mobile, bro, it's all types of screwy, right? I need Qualcomm modems because the Intel ones haven't been good. Now, here's what I'll tell you. If they fix that issue, old Sneed might work his way back to an iPhone as a daily driver. Because the big issue with the iPhone for me was always cellular. I'm sitting next to my wife. We have the same Verizon plan. I'm getting 80 megabits per second downlink. She's getting 30. My signal is full. She's got 2 bars. So her iPhone clearly has a lesser performing cellular modem. And that's no joke. That's not an exaggeration. I took my iPhone on a trip that I always make to my parents' house, and I live stream it. I disconnected 2 times on that trip. My Note 10 never used to disconnect. Same SIM card. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference between a Qualcomm modem and an Intel modem. It's the difference between you keeping your stream going or getting disconnected because of a poor signal. iPhone takes care of that piece. They got me because Android got problems with updates. Android has problem with fragmentation. I don't know what's going on with my security. Google is crazy. There's all this other stuff. Everybody is always telling me I'm going to get hacked. They're going to take all my money. I don't know if some Nigerian prince somewhere is controlling my phone. I don't know.
The bank.
Yeah. Bro, what am I going to do? I mean, oh, no. T-Chain's in the house. Oh, no, bro. Come on now. Yo, mod squad. What's happening? We ain't doing T-Chains over here. I ain't into that. Bro.
Yo, where's T-Chains at, bro? I got you, man. Get
him out of here, bro.
I got you. There you go.
I got 2 towers.
Doing the little lotion action. There you go. Yeah.
I got 2 towers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ciova, if you never considered AT&T, brother, it's a good network, man.
I think I have my heart set on Verizon.
I don't blame you, bro. It works everywhere.
Yeah. I think my heart is set on Verizon.
I told my dad back in 2018, T-Mobile was cooking, bro. The network was strong. They had all these great deals, switch and save and all this. I was about to switch over all of our lines. My dad said, listen, bro, you give me my line. You do whatever you want to do. Don't touch my effing line. You take that, whatever you call it, that T-Mobile, that Chernobyl, you do what you want to do. But don't touch my effing line.
Yo,
he wasn't having it, bro.
You guys are rough, man.
My dad
was your dad. Your dad was an engineer too. He was a network engineer.
No.
Oh.
No. My dad is he's got a degree in political science.
Oh, what?
He's just like
he said this is too political.
Here's what my dad knows. Everywhere he's gone in the U.S., Verizon has worked excellent for him. Like he's driven every single state in the country. So he knows where the coverage is. Ask a trucker, Ciova, who their provider is. They ain't gonna tell you T-Mobile now.
Yeah, it's always Verizon.
Yeah, they will tell you Verizon. Now, if you don't travel, you get a little bit more flexibility, right? You can kind of get what works where you live and where you work. But if you travel, it's really there's no other way. You go with the carrier with the largest network. Yeah, there were definitely a couple of colorful words in Arabic. Yeah, he had a few choice words for me in Arabic. I'd probably get demonetized even for saying I'm in Arabic. Actually,
damn, your pops went at you like that,
bro. My pops is old school, man.
He threw a slipper at you, hit you with a slipper.
No, my dad. He'll get the reach to get the going right here.
Oh snap, man!
I think my dad, bro. He never my dad. Me and my dad were real cool when I was growing up. I loved playing hoops, bro. He taught me everything. I always worked with him, and he showed me everything. He always gave me advice. We had such a good relationship growing up. Even to this day, bro, I see him all the time, bro. I see him almost every day. We still live in the same town, basically, and stuff like that. I work at the bakery part-time, with my dad. Yeah, man, it's amazing. And that's why, like, when he said, leave my crap alone, I was like, all right, Pop, I ain't going to touch your line. Calm down. Because, like, we went to New Mexico together and Verizon worked and went to Florida. Like, we never had issues,
Bro, I told my wife we're going to switch to T-Mobile. Sneed heard it.
No, no, bro.
She was like, get that out of here.
Yeah. What's up, Magenta Speed Testing? Appreciate the super chat. I even told my dad, let's try AT&T. He said, do what you got to do. Give me my line. Be about your business. Go your way. I'm keeping mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't even, like, when I was in the store, it was acting like 2 lines. So what about the second phone? I was like, bro, like, my dad, he got an iPhone 5. I'm pretty sure that this, like, like what? But like, my dad is old. Like, why would I? Like,
can't get your dad something newer though. Like, he wouldn't even take it if you got him a newer iPhone.
He would. I mean, well, you know what? Actually, it would make sense because iPhones don't really change the functions that much. It's kind of
still be familiar with the apps. I mean, you might want to get him like an SE because of the home button.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
An SE. I didn't even think of that.
See, and that'll get him in a newer phone, and it would last him probably another 5, 6, 7 years, whatever he decides to do.
5, but I just got him to 5. But yeah, I can get in, so I can trade in at 5, and then put that to an SE.
You probably wouldn't even have to pay for the SE. It'd be on bill credits. Whatever it'd be $15 a month or something, and then it would be a $15 credit every month.
Do you think I could work all of this out with them on the phone?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even have to go into a store.
No, you could do it through chat too while you're doing something else.
Because I want to do what Carlos. I want to try doing what Carlos said.
I recommend it.
And hold on. But then, so how much would it's like $10 per line, so that'll be like an extra $60, right?
What for the 2 phones?
Yeah. So like what Carlos was saying, like you could just get the extra lines and then cancel them in like what 60 days.
They'd have to quote you. Whatever they quote you, and then figure it out.
Let me look it up and make sure, bro, because I don't want to tell you and then it ends up being the wrong info. Let me look it up.
And then you see me, and then you'll see me in the chat room on the next stream with mad tears down my face.
You'll be like, damn, my dude, I have to pay it back, man.
Bro, no.
And it hit me with interest. Damn.
Dang.
They bro, just got wax, man.
Bro, just got my credit up, bro. Oh yeah, let me know, man, because I'll
see. This is a problem right here, bro. This comment, when AT&T is slow at the chicken spot, bro, that makes you want to go and get a refund, bro.
Nah, not at the chicken.
I mean, think about it, bro. Your finger's about to get real greasy, right? And your connection is gonna be slow. Come on, bro. Nah. Man. Yep, I just had to block somebody. Your boy had to hit him with the hammer. Bam.
Bro, what's going on with this fool?
I don't know, bro. I think he got some Fruit Loops in his nose or something, bro. I don't know what he's doing.
Doesn't even have T-Mobile, something like that. It says this guy doesn't even have T-Mobile, and always talking about the company because he know how great and smart T-Mobile is. This is the Grow 420 San Bernardino person. Well, if you grow, and especially you're in San Bernardino, Verizon loves them farmers. You know what I'm saying? They love them. They'll hook you up. They'll be able to put Beethoven in those plants, baby. They're going to come out with 30% and 30% good stuff.
If you're growing green, you need Verizon, right? Because your T-Mobile ain't going to work out there. You can't play music for your greenery. They won't grow right. It's going to have the lean, bro. It's going to be like when it grows. You want it at attention.
T-Mobile's going to hook them up, though, bro. It's going to give them the BPM beats, the techno beats.
Okay, first of all, what's the dude's name, bro? I mean...
Grow 420 San Bernardino.
All right, listen, bro. Listen to me, bro. First of all, you probably don't even own the account. It's probably your mom or dad paying the money on that bill. So just shut the hell up. That's the first thing. Second of all, you probably have an iPhone 6 or older. That's probably got a shattered display, and you probably got a pink case or something that's got rubber pieces hanging out the back.
Probably
all right?
The same phone my dad got.
Yeah, bro. You got the same phone as dad got, And lastly, bro, you shouldn't even be here. Bro, real recognize real. You don't even belong here. You feel me? I just say kick rocks, bro. Just get out of here, bro. Just bow out, save face, and leave. Straight up. Bye, Felicia.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Like Peter Griffin. Remember when he turned his house into a puppet? And he's pulling the rope? Stay out of here. Get out of here, bro. Kick rocks. I stay sucker free, bro. I don't need him here, bro. You know, what for?
I just don't understand that carrier loyalty thing. Like that don't make no sense to me.
Okay, see, over. Let's get into the psyche of the human being, shall we?
Okay.
Okay. Gene, thank you for another super chat, man. You're the best, bro. Always supporting the
we
channel.
got
Thank you. Okay, so this is just human psyche. This has nothing to do with carriers or anything. Just hear me out. When people are missing something in their life, they try to fill the void with other certain things, right? What I often see people do is when they don't have friends, or many of them, or they feel like they don't have good friends, right? They don't make real good connections with people. Or if they don't have family, supportive family, fun family, positive relationships, they go searching for it elsewhere. That may mean belonging to a cult. That may mean belonging to a team or a group. They might find it in a weekly poker game. They might find it in a weekly, a sewing group. Maybe they do stamps. I don't know, whatever the kids are doing these days, playing Fortnite, having, virtual get-togethers. When they don't have any type of camaraderie in their life, they go searching for it. Something is clearly missing in somebody's life if they are finding their family ties and family bonds and friend bonds with strangers who they don't know. They don't know Mike Sievert. They don't know Neville Ray. They don't know T-Mobile executives. They don't know any of these people. But they think that it makes them belong if they defend them. And they fight for them. And they hold up swords, bro, and they throw spears at me, and they want to take me to the stake and burn me. You know what I'm saying? And all because they feel like they belong to that thing, even though those people don't even know you exist. All they do is take your money. And then you want to come at me for questioning what they're doing with their network. And you want to come at me for exposing when they lie about certain things, or they're deceitful or disingenuous about their network build. Don't be mad at me, Bob Marley. I didn't shoot the sheriff. I just report the news. I'm just trying to call a spade in all this. I'm trying to sift through all the rubbish and give you the truth. And you're mad at me because I offended your father, Mike Sievert, or your uncle, Neville Ray. You act like they're your family.
Bro, they don't give two craps in a barrel.
They don't even know you exist, bro.
They don't even care.
They don't even know you exist, and they don't care, and they never want to know you. In fact, if you went up to them, they'd probably call the police. You came up real strong at him. Mike Sievert,
and especially if you only got one line. Right.
Really they don't even try to. Yeah, they even try to hear it, bro. You got 10 lines. They ain't even trying to hear
shit. You got 10 lines. How old's your account? Your account 5 years old? Get out of here. I don't even care. Like, I've been with T-Mobile for damn near 14 years. Like,
that's a long time, bro. That's a long time.
That's a long time. I've been with them since prepaid. I was prepaid T-Mobile. You heard? Yeah. I was prepaid T-Mobile. So I've been with them for a long time. So when I call them, they start really messing up. I was like, look here, man. All right. I've been with y'all for 14 years. Y'all better stop it. Y'all better stop the shit.
See, now, the way I look at it, if I'm calling out T-Mobile for lying, let's say, like, for example, they fired a bunch of people a couple months ago, right? They said they were going to create jobs. The first thing they do is start firing people. What did I do wrong, bro? I reported that they are doing the opposite of what they said they would.
Like, it happened.
And they're mad at me. Now, here's what's great. I get in a conversation with their VP.
He dropped a bomb in the... He dropped a bomb.
Caleb, thanks for the super chat, broski. Man, that's really nice of you, bro. See, here's the problem with the $100 super chat. I got to go into the sock drawer and put $100 into Yasmin's piggy bank. And that's a problem, bro, because I don't know if I got a hundo in the sock drawer, bro. I might have to go under the mattress for this one. I might have to go into the shoebox.
Am I not my brother's keeper?
Thanks, Caleb. Appreciate you, man. You didn't have to, bro. Thank you so much, man.
I was like, get what you were saying, Sneed.
And there's a couple of people. I'm not going to say any names. there's a couple of people, my friends, that are employees of said company. They're the only people I care about right now. Because if they end up getting fired, all hell's gonna break loose. I will be on all those people on Twitter, all those executives.
Bruh.
Let me find out, bro. Let me find out my people lose their jobs unnecessarily for no reason. Let me find out, bro.
Like I told you, bro, everything I call is a prophecy, proclamation, bro.
I'm not into eye for an eye, bro. I will take 2 eyes if they take one of my eyes. I'm taking both of theirs. Man. And then I post I'll do a video of a speed test. AT&T and T-Mobile. Speed test right next to each other. See over there on the same tower site, 1.2 miles from my house. AT&T's doing 130 megs. T-Mobile's doing 1. So AT&T's 130 times faster than T-Mobile. I post that. I start getting hate. This dude is a troll. This dude is a soulless, empty troll, they call me, because I posted a video of that speed test. How am I a troll for posting a speed test, bro?
But that don't make no sense, man. Like, I don't get that. Like, what is like,
I
boy,
don't know.
if you don't go find something to do with yourself right now, man. Like, I don't get like
Straight up, bro.
Like, I understand, like, you know, I understand the whole Samsung Night thing, you know, the whole Pixel
I don't get
Warrior.
that either, Steele.
Like,
I don't get it either.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll be honest with you, I don't get it, but
That's
I know
a good
of
example, actually. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's like the same thing. Yeah.
Like, you got the Samsung Night people for whatever reason. Like, anything Samsung do, you know, you just, you know, you
slurping.
That's all you hear in your headphones. That's all you hear when
Facts,
anything Samsung does, and it's the same thing for the Apple people. Anything that the Apple does, like.
But
Like,
why? Yeah, but like Apple didn't ask you to defend them, and Samsung didn't ask you to defend them, and they're not paying you. You're buying their stuff.
They don't, bro.
They owe you. You paid them. You should be able to say whatever you want to criticize them.
Yeah.
You think I like it that my Galaxy gets updated every 3 months for a monthly security patch? No.
And it's supposed to be at the top of the food chain for Android.
Bro, these phones are valued at over $1,000. I'd like a monthly security patch,
bro,
and I don't want it late.
I would understand that for like LG, OnePlus, hell, even my ROG phone, right? But if you're the Pinnacle,
phone, that would make sense, right?
Yeah, I get my updates when I get whatever, whatever. But like, you're the pinnacle of Android,
right?
You're like you're the pinnacle of Android. Like, you should be on point with your stuff.
Straight up.
Like, that shouldn't be like, I remember hearing people complain about the S20 Ultra can't autofocus. And you know, people weren't getting updates. People were waiting like 2-3 months for an update for a $1,500 phone. Bro, are you serious? Like, are you?
It's crazy? It's true.
I was one of them, bro, and it's still not focusing 100%.
For a $1,500 phone,
bro. He bought the Ultra, $1,400,
bro.
Straight up.
People held on to that phone past the return policy, and they had to hold a $1,500 L.
They're holding L's, bro. Yeah. Kimon, thank you for your super chat, bro.
Shout out to Jing.
Kimon, you don't have to. It's not really about defending anybody. I think the only way that we hold them to the fire, the only way they get better, is if we call them out for their shortcomings. That's just, they'll never make a change if everything's cool and gravy, you know. So we got to call it like it is.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, John, as well. Go to that sock drawer. Yeah. I think I can handle the $2 super chats. I don't know about that scallops super chat we got from Caleb earlier, man. That one's gonna hurt.
Talking about scallops, bro. That sounds so good right now, man.
Right?
Oh man.
Like, people should be able to criticize, companies. Because when you have people that are topping companies off, then that creates a vacuum that allows them just to clap you anytime they make a change, right? So instead of you pushing back, if no one's pushing back on T-Mobile, that means T-Mobile's going to price hike, their plans with the crappy service, and people are just going to take it because they're saying, oh, we got to be nice to T-Mobile for what? They're a company.
Sebi, sometimes it's the carrier fault. Generally, Qualcomm's at fault because of the support that they give manufacturers on the processor. That's one problem. Carriers are another problem. Manufacturers are another problem. It's
bro.
Android updates are atrocious. They are horrible. It is a horrible situation. Unless you have a Google Pixel, man, you just don't expect nothing, bro.
It makes no sense, man.
I guess the OnePluses are pretty good, Silva, from what I understand.
I don't know. I haven't heard about OnePlus update.
They were, bro, but lately, oh man.
OnePlus is a
baby
company
Yoda, you're gonna make me dig into the mattress too, bro. There's nothing left in the sock drawer, bro.
Get in that mattress, boy. Get in that mattress.
Oh man, it's crazy. SMT criticizing all carriers when it comes to Skunk Mobile. The Colt and Magenta Shrill is oh god. Yeah, but see, what am I supposed to do, bro? Like last 2 summers ago, I rode Verizon hard, bro. They were throttling my data really bad. And I call them like every day. I'm like, stop it. You guys need to stop deprioing me. I speed tested at 3 a.m. You guys still got me at 30 megs. I should be getting 150 megs. I upload my videos at this time of night. Bro, I went hard, bro. And I put them on blast on Verizon, on Twitter. I put them on blast on my YouTube channel. And then everybody forgot about that. Now they think I'm some Verizon fanboy. Bro, the network's good. That's all I'm saying. They're expensive. But that doesn't change that the network is good. You know, like that's another thing. See, if I was talking to somebody today, they told me that the Google Pixel 4a is going to be phone of the year. How?
Yeah, I said that. I said
how?
Okay. Well, I was, you know, let's say this, right? Let's say this. What I was asking people, like I asked Tana and them, right? I said, what would Apple have to do for one of their phones to be phone of the year besides the 5G thing? Like, what does the phone have to, like, the phone has to bring something new to top whatever it is that the 20 Ultra has brought to the table, right? Because when we're talking about phone of the year, some people will still say, you know, V60. Some people would probably say the Note 20 Ultra because it's the Fold, maybe. They might say the Fold. You know, they might say whatever the iPhone lineup is, right? Mm-hmm. So if you're just looking at if you're looking at just these phones that's coming out, and you just want to exclude the Pixel 4a for a second, what does the iPhones have to bring in order for them to be phone of the year? And that's not forgetting that the 5XL is probably coming out before the end of the year as well, too. So what does so if you're looking at phone of the year and you're trying to argue against the Samsung, at least the Samsung offerings, what does the Apple phone have to bring to the market to qualify it as a bona fide phone of the year candidate?
Well, first, and I'll let Carlos ponder this because you've literally had every phone this year. So you're going to be like, he's bought every phone this year. He's tested everything. He went to every carrier, tried every phone. He even got the mid-ranger, so he's had it all. I don't think, and this has nothing to do with the iPhone, up to today, whatever phones have come out up until this point, August 14th, there's no way the Google Pixel 4a could be phone of the year because there are dozens of other phones that do everything better than that phone. The 4XL. You're taking the whole picture and you're saying, here's a phone for $349 that could do everything good. It's not elite at anything, but it does everything good. Here's my argument. If you're not great at anything, then you're not great.
There we go. Okay.
So to me, it couldn't be best phone of the year because it's not the elite of anything in any one category or performing metric. Okay. So could it be the best value? Yes. I think that, and then the SE, the iPhone SE, you put those two for best value. I don't think you could beat that. You just choose Android or iOS, right? You just pick one. But come on, man, the most powerful phone?
No, definitely not the most powerful.
You know, the best battery life?
No.
You know, like you have to look at these things. And honestly, I can't even, like, as I want to say the LG V60, but the RF, the signal, and the network operations were horrible until they sent updates. The Ultra, the camera problem was horrible for 6 months.
The Ultra. Ultra,
you get what I'm saying? Like the Note, there's no way that this Note is going to be so different from the old Note that anybody's gonna be
And
like,
you
yeah,
know
I
what?
got.
And when I was in the store, right? When I was in the store, bro, that regular Note 20.
Welcome Tony's phone collection.
Shout out
Appreciate you being
Tony.
here.
Shout out Tony. Bro, that regular Note 20, Samsung can't defend them on that.
Not
No.
happening, Chief.
No.
Plastique.
No. No. Not trying to hear it. No. Not trying to hear that. No way. Bro, that Note 20, oh my God. Samsung lost their mind. They're going to lose so much money this quarter probably because of that phone.
Wow.
Does it even?
Well,
have
they want
wireless
everybody
charging?
on the they want everybody on the
Ultra.
the Ultra. I mean, they even named it that way to make you think this is the good one, the other one is the food stamp one.
Bro, that $1,000 phone, no way. Samsung's gonna lose money because of that phone. Guaranteed. They're probably gonna lose money because of that phone. No way that phone should be costing $1,000. When I looked at that phone and I knew the specs of the phone, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe they put that phone out, man. I couldn't believe that. Could not.
Jack, thank you for the super chat sticker. Appreciate it very much. No comment or question. Just wanted to donate. Thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Shout out, Jack.
Thanks for being here and donating. We appreciate it greatly. And Gene, sir, you get a special thank you, man. You just so generous, bro. Thanks very much for that.
Gene!
Man, Gene's a nice guy, bro.
And Sebastian said the fold. See, here's the thing with the fold, right? This is what I was saying on Rayz stream last night. The fold is actually for that 1% of consumers, right? That's not going to be a phone that everyone wants to get, let alone because it's the most expensive, because it's a feature that not everyone like is comfortable with because of the fragility of the phone.
Form factor.
Yeah.
Right.
Regardless if the phone has a broom in it, right? It has a broom in it. You can't tell me otherwise. It got a broom in it, man.
It's sweeping.
Sweeping, baby. But yeah, but besides the fold is going to help Samsung sales, but they're really, I'm telling you, like I would love to be proven wrong, but I really think they're going to take a L for that Note 20. Because a lot of people are going to look at that Note 20 and just says, I'll just spend the 200 whatever, or I'll just get a S20 Plus, but I'm not, and a lot of people may not get that Note 20, man.
Bro,
that may be a...
If you're on the T-Mobile network, you ain't even gonna be able to get it anyways, bro. You want to put down that $549 plus tax? You want to put down that $749 plus tax, baby? You put down that.
They are asking big down payments, but it's so T-Mobile is only going to let you finance like $799. They're going to put the other part. It's going to be a down payment,
and that's crazy because at the Verizon store,
the whole thing,
the dude was like everything was just about about buck whatever.
Yeah.
For the phone
Taxes.
and stuff. Yeah, it's like,
and they're doing buy one get one 1,000 off right now too. On the Note 20, anything Note.
So you get it? What? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, they're doing the buy one get 1,000 off on the other one. And
so it's free.
Yeah,
you know, if you want the regular Note 20, it'd be free. And if you wanted to get upgrade, you would just pay the difference, $300.
Yeah, you just pay the
and
difference.
You could finance that $300.
Yeah. Because Verizon, bro. They let you finance.
Well, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him taking notes. Yeah. Yeah. He's very, in case y'all didn't know, CO the technician is very studious.
That's right, bro. he likes to put the equation with the formula and shit.
Yeah. Y'all thought those were shades. Nah, those are the genius glasses right there.
That's that Apple Beta glasses. Apple Betas.
Yeah, buddy. Jeff, thanks for the super chat. He says, T-Mobile is the uncarrier. They represent more than just a cell phone company. Have a good one, buds. Take care, Jeff. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it very much. And thanks for stopping by. I mean, you don't have to leave if you don't want to, bro. But we do appreciate the super chat. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Shout out. But why would I even want a Note 20? Like, what's the purpose of it?
X55 modem. If you want that last year's modem, it's basically last year's now.
Yeah, because that modem was available in the Note 10 Plus.
Yep.
Yeah.
5G. Note 10 Plus 5G.
That's what I got.
Exactly, bro. So, do you really want to pay for that? I mean, I'd rather wait for an X60, you know? I mean, X60 gives you multi-carrier aggregation on 5G. It 30% improvement on LTE speeds on Verizon, 35% on AT&T. T-Mobile saw some improvements too. wasn't much. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
Pete, I agree with you, bro. If updates are critical to you, monthly security patches and regular software updates, Pixel's the best way to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put a case on that sucker, you know, so the ugly is hiding, you know,
Bro,
and roll with the D brand skin or something.
Why are they charging $800 for an XL, $899 and all that, and they're giving you mid-range specs, man? That's the problem, man.
Carlos,
to me, that phone's worth $599.
Carlos Neville Rayz here.
Man.
Neville. Neville.
Here's what's going to happen for me, bro. There's only a couple things I'm excited about moving forward with smartphones. Number one is cellular modems. When they make their next big step next year, I'm into that. Number two, graphene battery technology. I'm all for that. I want 3-day battery life or more, and I want charging time around 20 minutes. Like the whole shebang. Like if it's 10,000 milliamp hours, I want like 20 minutes. 10,000 milliamp hour. No heat. I don't want no explosions. I don't want boom, boom, boom. I don't want none of that, bro. I want to go on an airplane if I need to, not get, stopped and interrogated for, if I got a Note 7 in my pocket, I want 3-day battery life or more, and I want that sucker charging in like 20 minutes. That's where I'm at.
They gotta listen, man. They gotta do better with these batteries, man. Because if that Pixel 5 comes out with a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, clown shoes.
Clown shoes.
Yeah.
Clown
Straight
shoes.
Up, bro. Clown shoes.
I don't care what. Listen, clown shoes.
Can I get a hashtag clown shoes if you're replay crew or watching the live? Hashtag clown shoes, please. I'll play the music too. We do it.
Because I'm telling you, bro, it don't matter. It don't matter if you got the best optimization on battery, SoCar, whatever you want to call it, on an Android, especially with 5G radios, it's gonna drain the battery.
Yeah, the graphene battery tech is available, actually. It's just expensive as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, we got hashtag pink thongs. We got hashtag clown shoes. What is going on, man? What is up, Tizzy Tyrone? What's up, man? We got you, brother. How are you, man?
Ooh, Tyrone, what up, man?
Good. What's going on?
What's happening, Chief? We weren't expecting you to come on this late. You must have gotten busy.
Yeah, I just got done eating dinner. Went out for
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry about the timing, bro. But we're glad you're here, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Nah, that's cool.
What was it? Scallops, I presume?
Nah, I just had some pizza, man.
All right, man. Keeping it simple.
That's a good old pizza, man.
Mm-hmm. So appreciate it, Chucky. Thanks for the super chat. Stop by and Google when they killed the Nexus. Man, I had all the Nexus phones.
Dude, I love the Nexus 6. That thing was amazing, bro.
That was the big one, right? That was the big one?
Yeah.
Shamu.
Big phone, bro.
And that shit is still big to this day, man. That's still a big phone.
It is.
That thing was amazing. Battery life was phenomenal. Updates came in all the time. RF was good. All around, it was just a great phone.
My mom loved hers, man. I bought 4 of them. I gave one to each person. Like, I had one, my brother had one, my mom had one, and then she broke it, and I got her another one. So we had like 4 in the fam. They loved them.
And that's telling, because that's normally what they do, right? Like when you have something that's really good, they eventually kill it and give you something crappy in return.
Yeah. Yeah, but then that one was followed up by, was it the Nexus 6P and then the LG Nexus 5X? I feel like it was. That was the next step. And actually, the only reason I was aggravated with those Nexus phones was because they were unlocked and they weren't purchased through a carrier. I was on AT&T at the time, and they wouldn't give me HD calling, Wi-Fi calling, voice over LTE. They didn't give me any of that. I had to go to Verizon with my line to get those features because Verizon gave them all. AT&T was keeping everybody out in the dark on that. All right, Tyrone, let's talk about this situation from earlier. Word on the street is that T-Mobile is upgrading existing tower sites, but only upgrading the existing hardware. So they're basically modernizing whatever's already there. We just got
Yes, they're
word
just
from Neville
modernizing
that they were
LTE
going to be upgrading
modifications.
2.5 and 600 megahertz to all those sites. So what's the deal, bro? What's the business?
Yeah, I have no idea. They're backtracking on that one, and listening to the tower tech earlier, all he kept mentioning was we weren't getting paid enough money to do the rest of the work. That's all he was talking about.
So if you cheap out,
That is it.
so if you cheap out, you're not going to get the potential of what could be upgraded on that site. So basically, they're like, well, we're only spending such and such amount of money. What do we get from that? We can modernize the tower, basically, right? Whatever's already there. I don't know, man. Like we're waiting for T-Mobile to turn the corner with their network. Like, how does this parlay into that?
He said if they would, just imagine on a larger scale. There's got to be sites like that out there where they're just doing the LTE modification because perhaps they can't justify spending all that money on upgrading that site fully.
Yeah, but we just got word from Neville that he wanted to do every upgrade with 600 megahertz and 2.5.
Yeah, that was Neville, but we're seeing it otherwise. So who's telling the truth here?
50,000 sites are supposed to be upgraded. That's not the only one that's just getting modernized. You know there's going to be thousands of sites just like that.
Is this why they're still having outages?
I think a lot of the outage problems are migration related.
Yes.
Sprint customers getting moved over to T-Mobile. I don't think those are going over as smooth as they thought it would. I think they saw like, okay, 10,000 migrations was cool, 20,000 was good. All right, let's try 100,000. That was cool. Then they tried 1 million, and the network took a dump. Right, that was from the recent outage. What was that, about 6-7 weeks ago?
Correct.
Some of the recent outages are weather related, so I mean, you could say what you want about their preparations and whatever redundancy they have, but the fact is that a lot of the sites that T-Mobile has seen go down, it's been weeks and they haven't been restored. Meanwhile, the other carriers are restoring very quickly when they have similar outages. Yes. They're back up very quickly. We have to hold everybody to the same standard. You don't move the goalpost for everybody. Everything has to be the same. I can't keep saying to myself, T-Mobile's the underdog. In what universe? They just swallowed a carrier. Where do they do that at? How are you the underdog when you just consumed the underdog carrier?
A whole carrier.
They took everything from them. They took all their debt. They took all their spectrum. They took all their sites. They took all their customers. We're supposed to feel bad for them? I feel bad for the Sprint customers whose tower sites are getting shut down, and they're losing access to the network. And that's something that is confirmed to be going on, so that's not made up.
No more Band 41 here.
I don't have any Band 41 in the CLE. So they shut that down. They're going to have to move that gear over to the T-Mobile sites if they're going to operate it. Yep. What else you got, Tyrone, bro? How you seeing this, bro? We going to be seeing more of this nonsense, bro? When are we going to start seeing these 2.5 upgrades, dude?
Oh, look what Mike said. Look at Mike. Mike's in the chat room. Mike Cesar.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Man, these guys don't have... These guys got too much time on their hands, man.
How many accounts can you make?
Is that the real Mike Cesar or what, man?
It is. That is little gray sweater. That's the cardigan himself. Yep.
Hey, hold on. I want him to see me, bruh.
The Seabird.
The Seabird.
Hey, yo, bruh. You really have to put out a sweater vest for yourself? You should have aborted yourself, my man. I can't say the whole saying, bruh, but you know what I mean.
Yo, y'all are the worst, man. Y'all are tough.
I'm trying to keep it coast, bro.
Yo, Tyrone, how much they got to spend this year, bro, if they're going to hit any of these network goals?
They got to spend as much as the big boys. They're not part of the big boys. They can't come in $7-8 billion less. It's not going to happen. It's not.
AT&T's at $20 billion. Verizon's at $18.5 billion. Can they do if they did $20 billion? You could live with that result, right? You could say, okay, well, they spent.
Yes.
You know.
Yep, they spent.
If they come in at 15,
guy
we're gonna
also-
say that's a little bit below, right? Like we played this
Yep.
game the last live stream, over under on network capex. We over under was 17 billion. Ty, where you at, bro? Over under 17 billion.
Yep, you're right. You're absolutely right. They're under. They're under.
We
They're
will
under.
spend
They're way-
21 billion in 2023.
No, you won't. They're not going to spend that much. The guy told us on the while I was listening in, he said that they're being told to upgrade the sites to band 41 in scattered. So they're being told these sites will get LTE modifications and these sites will be upgraded to the band 41 equipment. So they're not doing all sites. They're just doing some.
Jinto, thank you for the super chat. Hoping they fix their 4G LTE because I get 1.5 megs, and on 3G I get 5 megs. What?
What?
Is that a thing? Is that because nobody uses 3G anymore? Wow.
Yeah. Well, earlier you got 12 on HSPA.
Yeah, AT&T's HSPA is freaking fast. Their 3G is
faster
fast.
than T-Mobile's
That's crazy.
LTE.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm gonna roll up. I'm gonna roll up out of here, man. But
Damn,
Yo, you're the best, bro.
Yo, I'll wait for you if you get that information for me, Carlos, before I
Bro, I'm gonna
Hit
tell
him
you
in
how
the DM, bro.
we're gonna do it. Don't worry, I got you, bro. You
Oh
gotta
yeah, I'll wait, man. Don't worry about it. I'll wait.
You gotta get out of that pink thong. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it be chafing me, dog. I'm
Right.
telling you, that thing be chafing, man.
Bro, the chafing, bro.
And what's up with the cub, bro?
Yo, chafing me, dog. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, man, I catch y'all later. Shout out to that.
All right, see you. Take care of yourself, bro. Thanks for coming by.
brother.
Tyrone, should we be tracking more of these sites, bro? Should we be looking for similar behavior, or is this a one-off, bro? What do you think's happening here?
No, we're going to see this similar behavior, and the reason I say that is because the way that the engineers are tracking this internally, the markets that they have announced already, like Houston, New York City, Chicago, they've already publicly announced that N41 is live in those markets. But what percentage is complete? We don't know. Is it maybe just one or two sites? So they're doing an entire marketing strategy here. It's marketing.
What do you expect? What do you expect AT&T and Verizon to do with CBRS, with 3.5 and 3.7 with C-band? Do you expect them to scatter their deployments like that?
No, every single site is going to be fully upgraded. Whatever site is in touch is going to be upgraded.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
I'm
not
just
gonna do
saying,
it that way.
look around at your competition and look at what your competition
Makes
is
no
doing.
sense.
Verizon is upgrading sites that they don't even own spectrum yet for.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
You are.
I've said so. When the merger closed in April, I said they can have a year, right, before I make my final take on where they're going to end up. But since that day in April when I said that, Neville has been writing checks that I think he's going to have a hard time cashing unless they go 20 billion or better, because he's saying 50,000 sites are getting 2.5, and at the same time they'll do 600 megahertz. And he's saying they could do it in under 10 days. They're saying 5 to 10 days.
Nope.
And then
This
he's
guy
saying
told
it's a
us
rate
on
of
the phone.
8.
You hear me?
Go ahead.
This guy told us on the phone that this is an LTE modification, so they're just swapping the panels that are on that site. He told us it's going to take them 14 days just to do an LTE modification.
So who's telling the truth? Neville or these engineers and these techs?
I go with the techs, man. I always go with the hard workers in the field, man.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I believe him. Now, what were they able to disclose anything else about what their duties are and what exactly they're doing on these sites?
Like I said, throughout the whole conversation, all I heard him say is we weren't paid enough to do any additional work. They're not decommissioning the older site, the older panels that were up there. They're not. There was a crack pipe on the floor, on the by the tower.
What?
Yes, that he's like, this is a mess, and he was like, we weren't told to clean nothing. There were cables hanging. I mean, it was terrible.
What the heck?
Dangling cables, old panels that are still left there instead of getting them paid to get taken down.
Tyrone, where's the standard of excellence, bro?
It's not there. I could tell you that right now. If I'm a T-Mobile enthusiast or a stockholder, I'm concerned right now. I would be strictly concerned.
Man, I was hoping to start seeing these upgrades around the CLE. I was hoping to see some 2.5, and I was gonna make sure I had a phone that had the N41, and do some testing. I'm not feeling too optimistic about them upgrading sites anytime soon.
Nope. Same here.
What markets are gonna get it? Are they just literally gonna start with Boston, Philly, Miami, LA? Are they just going that way? Because I live in a Midwest town, bro, and the only big city in the Midwest is Chicago.
Yeah, that's usually what they do, man. They tackle the first 50 biggest cities. Those usually get the most love with anything. And that's
Jack,
kind
thank
of
you
what
for
we're
the
seeing
super
so
chat.
far.
Yeah, T-Mobile's been good here in PA. I felt screwed on the Sprint 5G hub. Yeah, they offered no remedy for the 5G hub customers.
Yeah.
They have no similar product or
Yeah.
service, so they're kind of screwed.
Same with
Were they giving credits or
same with the
something? I
Magic
think.
Box. We really don't know.
Oh, they're not going to run the Magic Box, bro. How? When they're decomming it? Wasn't the Magic Box for Band 41 and Band 25?
Correct. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to
This
be
is- man.
it's obsolete. It's hardware.
So
I
we
just hope
got
they don't make these guys pay for it.
the Mike Seaver versus the Mike Seaver, huh?
I'm the real one. Oh, man. What do we have to look forward to? What are going to be our benchmarks for T-Mobile moving forward, Tyrone?
Exactly. We have absolutely nothing to look forward to. Nothing.
Dang.
There was built up excitement, but it was based on T-Mobile's marketing.
It's a lot of hype, bro.
That's all it was. I'm telling you right now, in 2012, when they got started with the LTE network, they put so much hype into it that people switched to T-Mobile and they couldn't get a signal 10 miles outside of the city limits.
But that's continued to be a problem, though. There still are towns where once you leave the municipality, it gets slow or there's no coverage.
Yes, they had no coverage outside of the major urban areas. They weren't even really strong in suburban areas, and they still really aren't. But they've gotten better. But people were still drinking the chugs of Kool-Aid back then.
I can tell you, if I leave Cuyahoga County, which is where I'm at in terms of the Cleveland area, and I go into the neighboring county, there is a 3-mile stretch with no signal on T-Mobile. Not even calling.
See?
Imagine if you broke
3 miles. 3 miles, no calling.
Yeah.
Imagine if you
And
broke.
and
if
I
you
think
broke
the
down,
data, I think the data is 2G only for about a half a mile, and 3G only for another half a mile.
Jesus. Man, if you broke down,
But
bro.
yet they want to offer first responders service.
And then
No.
the skunk ape is there
'Cause
trying to look for
Verizon has coverage. It's not like a great signal. It's band 13, but it's there, right? You can call, you could text. The data's rough, you're only getting a meg, but it's there. And AT&T, I think, on that stretch is the only carrier getting more than 3 megabits. That's a rough stretch, bro. But there's no T-Mobile site near, and there's no roaming either. There's no roaming. It doesn't roam.
Damn.
Because T-Mobile's not going to pay for that roaming.
Oh, dude, we talked about that roaming, right?
Yeah, I'm going to do a video on that too, bro, because People got to know, dude. You're like T-Mobile customers are about to get a rude awakening, bro. With roaming agreement partners.
Is your boy always right, bro? Yeah.
Hey, Tyrone, what do you think of the prospects of the T-Mobile network if they're not building new sites and they're not upgrading sites? What do you think of their network if they lose U.S. Cellular as a roaming partner?
Man, if they lose U.S. Cellular, the churn, I believe the churn is going to spike to about 1.5%. And the reason I
So
say
it's going to double. It's going to double.
Yes, because of the fact that the Sprint customer was already migrated. And remember, Sprint had 2 roaming agreements. They had one with, 3. They had U.S.
Chantel.
Cellular, 4. They had Chantel, U.S. Cellular, AT&T, and T-Mobile. So those customers likely had.
They had Verizon calling too. Yep. They had Verizon calling.
Yes, they had Verizon calling. So yeah, those customers are going to run to no service.
Bro, there are stretches. I know for a fact that Austin is dealing with that issue in Wisconsin. That outside of his main area, it roams on U.S. Cellular. And that's Wisconsin. I think Tim sells us the same thing about North Carolina too, right?
Yep.
What about out west? What do they typically roam on? ComNet?
On USA ComNet. And right now they're talking about
or if you're T-Mobile, you roam on Telcel.
or Cellular One.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're near the border, yeah.
You get a text message. You're now in Mexico.
Holy crap!
Yep. When I was in El Paso, that happened to me like 3 times on the 10.
Yeah.
Bro, if they lose U.S. Cellular, they would have to start deploying tower sites like they said at double the pace. Like they would have to do 5,000 sites a month. Bro, U.S. Cellular is a legit carrier, bro, when it comes to roaming and regional. They lock down segments of states, bro. What type of coverage do they have out in your neck of the woods, Tyrone? U.S. Cellular, anything?
They don't have any coverage out here. I think the closest to here is probably Oklahoma, where they have any coverage.
That is correct.
But AT&T, Verizon, they all use U.S. Cellular, and so does T-Mobile.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, because in those states, U.S. Cellular's coverage is extensive.
Wow, man.
And you know U.S. Cellular is expanding in Nevada, right? They already have the northwestern part of Nevada covered. They're adding coverage out here, big time. Yeah. They might even put a run to the money for ComNet.
I don't know what happened. I guess you were saying that somebody got banned, bro, but I don't know if I can access that right now.
Cold-blooded.
I know, dude. I don't know what happened there. I don't even know where to go to do any unbanning, bro. I have to go back into the creator studio.
Yep.
YouTube studio. Where do you go? Like what? Where is that list? Isn't there like a ban list?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
Probably settings. Channel community.
I can call.
Yeah, I got it. Is it the white one?
The blue one. Blue one.
The blue one. There is no blue one.
Oh,
the blue one is his?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Got it. Okay. That's updated.
Okay.
I don't know what happened there, dude.
Let him know.
Okay. Hey,
to your point, though, can you hear me?
Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, to your point, Sneed, I just want to point something out, a couple of statistics. So T-Mobile stated
Thanks for the
very
super
early
chat,
on
Gene, by the way.
That when the merger was completed, they would have a total tower amount of 110,000. That's including the Sprint sites. They stated once they decommission the Sprint sites, which is happening at a very slow pace right now, they would be around 80,000 towers. So T-Mobile would build an additional 10,000 towers outside of the Sprint keep sites. And they're saying And Neville's saying they're only upgrading 50,000 of those sites to 2.5. Well, what about the remaining 30,000 towers that you're keeping?
And the additional 10,000 that they're going to build, if you're building from scratch, why wouldn't you have 2.5 and the 600 on there?
Yeah, exactly. I really think their money is really thin, man. I think they're stretching the money as much as they can.
So why say you're going to do this, that, and the third, and only to disappoint? Like, you know, you're going to come up short. You know, it's like somebody, like, I don't know, for anybody who plays basketball or knows hoops, you know, how many buckets can you get? Man, I can get 20 buckets, and you come up with 5 or 10. That ain't good enough because you said you were going to drop 20. You know, like, you're going to come up short. You said you were going to do this or that, you know, and then you didn't come through on your end, you know. I don't know. Is this just who they're always going to be? Are they always going to try to oversell themselves, man?
Yep, always.
Yes, sir.
And every earnings call, they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, we're right on schedule."
What schedule?
Yeah, exactly.
We need them to compete, though, Tyrone. We do need them to come through on this stuff.
All the way. They have to.
Even though I will not make them my primary carrier, bro, I still need them to compete.
Yeah. Yes, they would never be my primary.
Hell no.
I mean, they can't be my primary when the phone doesn't work in my house.
Yeah.
They can't be a primary period because I know everything will drop.
I can't do half of what I need to do on my T-Mobile. Like, I can't live stream on T-Mobile in the CLE. I don't know what happened to the upload post December, post pandemic. It's just been so bad. I can't live stream. I know some people say they can. I can't. You know, I can't personally. You know, if you can, cool, bro. Good for you guys. You know, I can't. I was never able to with Sprint. That was a pipe dream. Sprint's upload over here in the CLE is like 1 to 2 megabits. So I'm kind of down to just AT&T and Verizon. And Verizon is, the thirst is real, Tyrone.
You know what's crazy though, bro? Here in Vegas, you can live stream on Sprint, bro, because the uploads are decent. Well, at least they were, not anymore.
I don't know what the configuration was here in the CLE, but we weren't getting band 25 for upload here. I think that was pretty clear.
You see my uploads, bro.
I think we were getting the band 41 for upload over here.
Yeah, in the Vegas area, and I think also in the Colorado, Denver area, Sprint was already running intra-band aggregation between band 25 and 41.
Wow.
So the uploads were far better in those areas.
Arizona too.
Yeah, Arizona too.
Tyrone, so you caught my video on Dish earlier, right?
Yep.
Give me your thoughts, bro. To kind of work through that, bro. Like, how do you take that? What do you see out of it? You know, what do you think's going to parlay moving into October?
So I think we now have an understanding that Dish is serious about entering the postpaid side and being a competitor. But I think everything that they're doing now, they're kind of experimenting, like with the whole using the Ting brand to kind of get in, and then using their systems to get in on the postpaid side. We really don't know if that's going to work. Is Charlie going to be considered the boring carrier, or you know what I mean? We just don't know. It's kind of an experiment.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are saying he's got to come in and disrupt. I just think he's got to come in and compete.
Yeah,
I think there's going to be people that are ready to leave T-Mobile, and there's people ready to leave Verizon, and there's people ready to leave AT&T, and they'll say, "I'll try."
Yep.
You know, I'll try this new provider. Let's see what they'll do for me if their pricing is competitive. Like, maybe they got to come in 5 or 10% cheaper, or maybe they got to offer, Tyrone. We talked about Sling. You know, maybe they got to do something to add value to the proposition. You know.
Yeah, and I think they have to. I don't think it's a if and or but. I think they have to include Sling. They got to put it in there.
Wow. or else what happens to that service anyways? When would they actually,
Exactly.
when would they actually capitalize on it? If it's like now or never.
Yeah. It's additional marketing for them. It allows the customer to try the product. They like it. It's better for Dish in the future.
Here's two things I'm not hopeful about right now. I'm not hopeful about T-Mobile home internet.
Nope. Or their
I'm
T-Vision.
not hopeful about T-Vision going grand scale or over IP. So the two newest revenue streams for T-Mobile, those are on ice. That there's nothing going on right now. There's no way. The only places they're going to have it are going to be in the first rural areas where they add 2.5.
Yep, you're absolutely right. 100%.
And that's like not happening really right now. So I don't know what to make of that. So the thing about Dish is I think we know more about Dish January. Like let them experiment, let them do their thing. They got 2 cows, they got Ting, that whole thing. And January, like let's assess and let's see where they're at, and maybe we'll learn something about the network in the time being. Do they start, making deals to build tower sites, and do they start making spectrum leases, so they can access MVNO kind of sort of through AT&T and Verizon, possibly?
Yes.
I
can see that happening.
They got bad relations with T-Mobile. It's pretty clear.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. Yep, I don't see that happening. I see them already knocking. They're knocking on AT&T and Verizon's doors right now.
So Dish really changed Boost Mobile. I've been reading the comments in my videos, Tyrone. I know you don't really cover Boost too much because I follow your channel, I subscribe, and I watch your videos and stuff. You don't do too much with Boost, but I can tell you right now, people are pissed. Boost Mobile's new offers are not what the current Boost customers want.
Nope.
Current Boost customers want real unlimited data. They don't mind being deprioed at times of congestion. They are not fans of 2G after 35 gigs.
Nope, they're not, and I've seen it, and I am happy that those customers are on prepaid because it's so easy to move away from that carrier.
Where are they going, Ty? Where do you think they're going, dude?
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I talked about it with Brian the other day, but I think there's one company right now that is taking they're taking their chance right now that this market is kind of getting like stagnant and boring because there's no real other competition, and that's Spectrum Mobile. Spectrum Mobile is hitting the market really hard, man.
The market share, man, they're doing good.
I think they grew the most postpaid, right? This quarter, Q2, they had
like 285,000 or something.
Yes, they're taking advantage like no other. I'm telling you, I watch TV, their commercial, their ads, they're all over. They're all over YouTube.
Yeah.
They're competing, man, and I think they're getting some of that share from Boost Mobile.
I think you're right. Gene, Dish will have their own customer care and their own 5G network. Yes, they will. They're going to run their own postpaid operation. I think we're 6 months away from a real Dish launch, like a real one. The October timeframe gives us an idea of when they're going to start, but I mean, it'll be small scale. It'll kind of be through Ting, I think. I don't know, but I think we're ways away. The Boost customers are pissed, Tyrone. They don't like these 2G throttles after certain usage. It's the reason they're doing this. The reason Dish is doing this is because it's cheaper for them. They're getting a better wholesale deal by not offering deprio data. Right? So you essentially get a hard cap. You hit 35, 2G the rest of the way. Which, by the way, is useless. There's you can't do anything with that.
Nothing.
You're not doing social media. No, that would be horrible and laborious. It was, God, bro. I remember 3G. I was pissed sometimes at how slow it would be.
Yeah, you're right.
I know Verizon says that they slow tethering data after 15 gigs on my plan. It slows to 3G. It's about a half a megabit per second. It's slow.
Yep.
I mean, you're not. I don't think you could do maybe 144p video with a half a meg, 240p possibly. It might buffer.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't even attempt it.
Metro's probably going to get a nice little influx from those Boost customers. I think Cricket does as well.
Yeah.
Maybe Visible. They did some advertising here over the summer. That's a pretty nice option, but most people like the concept of going into a store. That's something Visible doesn't offer. What do you think of that plan? What do you think of that business approach, Tyrone? The Visible with the chat and the online presence, Twitter. You know, they don't have a brick and mortar store, but they got warehouses. You know, I think essentially they just brand themselves as Visible, but it's really just a subsidiary of Verizon. You know.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I like it. It's kind of where we're heading. You know, we're going into a digital world, and I know some people don't really want to accept it, but that's where we're heading. And Verizon is using that, like you just mentioned, and I think they're kind of also they're kind of experimenting. They're
Beta
throwing stuff in
testing.
the market,
Wow.
yeah, to see if it works. I think right now they're doing the same thing on Visible that Sprint did a few years back when they did the Framley, where everybody was like, "Hey, you can join my plan, and then we all get a discount from." And they didn't have to live in the same household. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think
the Visible thing,
Visible's
right?
doing
You
the same
just need
thing.
the code and you join kind of the party or whatever.
Dude,
Yeah,
that was like the
join the
best
party and it
plan.
lowers your bill.
Yeah. Wow.
That was like the best plan the Sprint ever had, bro. The Framley. I
People
still have
really
that
like
plan.
Framley.
Yeah, but is Visible's ping time ever
But
really going to
I don't
improve
like this
knowing
plan.
that it's a bottom priority prepaid provider? I mean, the horrible ping is part of the reason why, you know, you're at the lower end of the totem pole.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you're,
But
if you, go ahead, Tyrone.
Yeah, but I mean, I know the pings are high, the latency is high on that, but I still see speeds of 150 with the high latency.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll
I mean,
still
you wouldn't
load.
use it for gaming, but you could use it. You could even hotspot a device or two.
Yep,
You know,
video,
a laptop, Chromebook, a tablet, an iPad, or something like that.
Yep. Yep, you're absolutely right.
I don't know. We'll see how the market transforms. Wireless it's Tyrone, it's kind of an exciting time, wouldn't you say, bro?
Yeah, it's an exciting time from a perspective of what's gonna happen. How is T-Mobile really gonna pull this off? Is it really gonna happen, or are we still gonna have the same combo 5 years from now?
What
Where,
about
they're still cutting corners.
what about standalone 5G? What about network cores? What about, you know, Spectrum leasing as being an option? What about Dish? I mean, does any of that tickle your fancy?
From that perspective, yeah, I can't wait, man. We might have, who knows, we might have more Spectrum auctions. There might be more millimeter wave, maybe even more low band. Who knows? We don't know. The wireless market usually transitions very quickly, even if it's just 6 months. And, you know, that's what I'm saying. Dish could be like, look, Verizon, we know you need the Spectrum. You can get our AWS. We get a little agreement going, MVNO deal. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
You
I think
never know what could happen.
Charlie's tough though, Tyrone. So. Charlie's a tough dude, man.
Yeah, he's tough, but I think he'd rather deal with Verizon than with T-Mobile.
I think the quality of standards is very different, network performance wise. While T-Mobile's kind of going through their network pains, you know, Verizon's just going to be adding capacity, and who knows? They may continue to build out new sites. They're going to say, hey, you know, we're only 50% covered in what we want to do with Montana. Maybe they continue to expand, you know, and they're going to DSS 5G with low band. So maybe that becomes something that we see in the near future.
Yes, definitely. I think they continue expanding, just not at a pace that they were a couple years ago. But of course, right now the main focus is the millimeter wave. But they are going to continue expanding. I mean, you've seen it earlier. The CBRS is hitting the CLE, so it's coming along quick. They don't play.
It is. I'm gonna look for more sites, but I don't expect it beyond like the urban areas. You know, I don't think I expect it anywhere else. It just wouldn't make sense. You seeing it in your market?
You never
You seeing it?
Not yet. Nope. They're still here. See, here's the complete opposite's happening here. They're still adding densification, man. They're still adding cell site after cell site after cell site. I haven't seen anything like it.
Our market's pretty mature.
No
We're
other
not getting
carriers.
too many new sites. We're getting upgrades to sites. You know, there's small cell deployments. You know, I saw a lot of that over the last couple of years. But you know, macro wise, I haven't really seen too many new builds, with the exception of AT&T. And Verizon already has a vicious tower density. Like, if you look at Cell Mapper in the CLE, it is absurd. You know, Verizon's got a site basically every 1.5 miles, 2 miles. So as long as a site has low band, your signal's like 4 bars. You know, and if it's got mid band, your speeds are always going to be over 30, 40 megs. You know, in a lot of cases, 100. You know, 80, 100 megs. And downtown, they've gone crazy with millimeter wave. Neighborhoods on the west side are getting millimeter wave. I've seen it near malls. You know, I've seen it near the arenas, the stadiums. I've seen it by apartment complexes. I mean, it's going everywhere. Residential, business, they don't care. They're putting it everywhere they can. And I'm going to guess they're doing data analytics on where the network traffic is the most and where it's difficult for them to put up macros. So they're like, well, let's do millimeter wave in these places. You know?
Yeah. See, that's another advantage that Verizon and AT&T have. So when they started their small cell deployment, they built what they call C-RAN. And those C-RAN that they built, they were able to support millimeter wave when it was ready. So where they built the C-RAN, they were able to upgrade it to millimeter wave. T-Mobile here in El Paso, they built strand mounts. Those strand mounts cannot be upgraded to millimeter wave. They can't support it.
Power?
So,
or backhaul?
Not backhaul. It just the way the strand mount is built, it can't hold the additional support for the millimeter wave panel.
But the only configuration I've seen for millimeter wave for T-Mobile is rooftop site.
Exactly, because going with the strand mount helped them boost capacity on LTE, but they were cutting corners. It's cheaper to install. Yeah, it's cheaper to install those strand mounts versus building your own pole and putting up a C-RAN. So they were cutting corners ever since. I think they got started with this deployment in 2016 in LA, and they put those strand mounts up. They were Ericsson, and they put them up here too, but those can't be converted to millimeter wave. So they effectively leased out real estate that they can't utilize for 5G.
Tyrone, I did a podcast the other day. I don't know if you got a chance to tune in. Maybe you did. The podcast was focused around this concept that T-Mobile had 16 to 18 months to close the network gap between them and the other two wireless providers. Yeah. Do you think I'm off, or do you think I'm onto something there? 16 to 18 months.
I think 16 to 18 months gives T-Mobile the opportunity to maybe, and this is a big maybe, to boost their speeds to where they could say, okay, we're now faster. But they do not, within that 16, 18 months, they do not close that network gap. And the reason I say that is because within that same 16 to 18 months, Verizon and AT&T are spending more on top of what they're already spending. So they're always going to be able to do more.
Do you think that the coverage gap is going to remain during those 16, 18 months? But you think the capacity could?
Yes, the capacity could be in favor of T-Mobile, but the coverage gap will remain for at least, I would say, 5 years, at least.
Okay. Anybody here who knows anybody into weightlifting? All right, so I've always weightlifted, bro. I've been weightlifting for like 10 years. I love it, right? I love training and stuff. I always hear people talk about shredding and putting on mass, right? So lifting heavy and eating a lot of food, you know, you get bigger. Muscles are growing, stuff like that. And then there's shredding, where they're essentially lifting a lot and running. They're trying to lean out, right? Keep muscle, but get rid of all the fat.
Yep.
It's really hard to get more chiseled and shred and also increase muscle mass, right? Like my body type won't let me. I have to do one or the other. Because when I start lifting heavy, I start eating more, right? I start getting bigger. It's cool, but you know, you can't really shred while you're gaining mass, right? Because with the muscle comes fat and all this other stuff. It's almost like T-Mobile is in that position where they can't do the coverage and the capacity at the same time, because the coverage involves them building new sites and the capacity involves them upgrading current sites. And it's almost like without essentially doubling or tripling their expenditure, they just won't be able to do it. It's just unrealistic.
Exactly. It is unrealistic. And the sites that they want to upgrade, those are going to be expensive in itself. The guy told us today that the site, the way it was set up for the LTE network, he said they would have not been able to add any of the Band 71 or the Band 41 equipment. And we asked him, well, why? He says, because there needs to be additional steel on the cell side for us to put it up there. It wasn't there.
So we're talking about like a weight requirement, the actual physics of putting on all of that additional mass.
Exactly. So that's an additional cost. Then Neville Ray stated that within the upgrades, they would add additional backup generators. That's an additional cost. Now we're talking about feeding that cell site 5-10 gigs to push that backhaul for 5G. That's an additional increase in cost. So all of that is going to cost. And if you're modernizing, you want to add your latest panels and latest radios, and we all know that's going to cost. So those site upgrades are going to run them dry. They're not going to have enough money left over to expand the network at a solid pace to where it's going to make a difference.
Okay, Tyrone, I have to ask. You just have to tell me if this is true or false. Yeah. There will be sites that will be upgraded and modernized, but the old gear won't be taken down. True or false?
True. You're true. Yep.
That's crazy.
You're going to have equipment there that basically is not doing nothing. It's just dangling, broadcasting for nothing.
For nothing. Because the guy said it. They're not paying us to take it off, so we're not taking it off. He's like, my feet only move when I get money, is what he said.
That's the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Tyrone, do you remember when they were having issues paying their installers back in Q3 of 2019?
Yes.
Do you think there's some of that residual? Do you think some of that reputation is starting to stick around?
Yes, and he told us that too. He was part of that. He said that we're very careful with T-Mobile on the work that we do, because a couple of months back he said they didn't pay us for work completed.
Wow.
And you got to think about this, bro. A tower company, they're sitting here, they're working, they basically do the work up front and not getting paid, bro. How are they supposed to be able to, to keep paying these employees and stuff if the revenue is not even there? The company's already paid out this employees, but they're not getting intake back from that revenue.
Yep. You're absolutely right,
bro. You can't be coughing up cash and not getting cash back in because somebody can't afford to pay or whatever the situation might be. Maybe they think because they put the bill out long enough, they might get a half off discount or something.
Big shout out to MT Houston, Texas. Thanks, bro. Appreciate the super chat. He said the coolest tech peeps. Carlos, Tyrone, you guys are the coolest tech peeps. You're getting props out here.
Yep, appreciate it.
Gene, appreciate your super chat, man. Always the most generous, man. Thank you so much. You know what's crazy, Tyrone? I have to ask you, you've been in the game a long time, bro, and you've gotten pretty good with some of the local tower installers and upgraders and technicians. Have you ever heard of these things with Verizon or AT&T?
No. Nope.
I haven't either.
Never heard of it.
Yep. There's somebody in the live chat who's telling me to take off my red Verizon glasses, and I've never heard of Verizon not paying their technicians.
Nope.
And I've never heard of Verizon, doing some of these ridiculous things like leaving
Verizon
a non-functional hardware up on a tower site. I've never heard of that before. Or AT&T. I've never heard of these things.
Yep. Man, I'm telling you, Verizon and AT&T, they usually, from what I've been hearing, they pay the tower techs top dollar. Like, we pay you this, we pay you for everything, you fix it. Because you got to remember, there's there's a crane fees that go into this, boom lift rental fees. All that goes into it.
Tyrone, I worked in construction for almost a decade. We didn't own everything that we used. We rented a lot of stuff because you can't own everything, or else you need a warehouse for everything,
Yep. You're absolutely right. And then I don't know if T-Mobile does it. I've never seen it or heard of it, but Verizon and AT&T, they actually do site inspections. Sometimes they use drones. Sometimes they physically go to the site. They say, we didn't want the shit like this. Fix it right now. We paid you guys. Fix it.
Yeah.
I don't think T-Mobile does that. We've seen T-Mobile do an upgrade and the damn panels flipped upside down
and hanging.
It's just like the tower side in El Paso that the low band panel fell off and the mid band was hanging upside down.
Yeah.
What was that for better signal in mid band? It was facing the pole, it was going to reflect off the shine or what?
Yeah.
That's the new That's a new version of beamforming right there at its finest.
Yeah, it's that T-Mobile, man.
I don't care. I don't care how much a company is worth. I don't care how many customers they have. All I care about is the network. I do not care about what color it is, red, blue, or magenta. I don't care. I'm about that action. All I care about is the network performance.
Well, Tyrone, you didn't. I bet you didn't know this, Tyrone. I went to a Verizon store up in North Scottsdale, bro. There's the tower right next to their store. Literally, it's right next to their store. It's a T-Mobile tower. You know what happened to that tower? The low band panel fell through the roof while they were assisting a customer and caved into their store. And it happened like 6 months prior to me taking that visit to that store when I was looking at the time for the 1+8 millimeter wave when it came out. And I was in Scottsdale. Literally, the guy told, dude, I looked at the tower. The fiber was a rat's nest. You literally had a nest on the tower on the radio head. Dude, like, it was crazy, bro. And then I told the guy, I was like, man, I was like, damn, that T-Mobile tower is all messed up. He was like, yeah. And then he told me the story, bro. He was like, yeah, 6 months ago, where I was helping this lady, switch her over from Sprint. And then out of nowhere, the damn panel just falls down and caves the roof and stuff. She almost got hurt. I had to push her off to the side.
Damn.
That was crazy, man.
Wow. And then another thing too, T-Mobile inherited that large worldwide fiber network from Sprint that they have no money to do anything with.
So what are they going to do with it? They can't, like, somebody couldn't use it as infrastructure to operate anything?
They could probably sell it off. It's just very expensive to fix anything that breaks down. They don't have the capital to run that.
I don't know, man.
Bro, this is what's going on, bro. It's just they need to really take this more serious, man. This is the problem, bro. Like, we want to see them as a player, bro. We want to see them up there. What was this whole merger for then? If they're still going to continue this, bro, if they're going to end up just like Sprint, it's better just to have given Sprint a damn bailout. It would have been easier. Yeah. At least Sprint wasn't pushing a lot, but that's because they didn't have any money. But they were still putting more capex than damn T-Mobile, and they were broke as hell.
Somebody was saying that my connection's kind of pixelated. Is that still the case?
No.
Nope.
Fine.
I never saw you pixelate.
Yeah.
Man,
It might be
They're on the
I think
pink Kool-Aid.
I think somebody's using that T-Mobile.
They're on that Kool-Aid right now, man. But that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, though, man. Like, it's just stuff like that, bro. I wish they would start taking it more serious, bro. Because, bro, how was Sprint putting a little bit more money in it? Yeah, I know Sneed. They were regional. They weren't. It wasn't all that. But the little that they did do, look at those 5G cities they had. You gotta admit it, Sneed. Don't be BSing, bro. Those 5G cities that you seen me test, bro, you gotta admit, bro, for 5G, that was some good 5G, bro. Even though it was NSA, it was still good. It was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was good.
And it was citywide, bro, where it worked everywhere it said it was gonna work, it worked.
Yeah, it was good. The only issue, and this is something that I noticed, every year that saw an increase in CapEx at Sprint, the network showed it. You know, when they went from 4 billion to 6 billion, it showed. When they went from 6 to 8, it showed. You know, like it got better more extensively, you know?
You're right. It really showed when they went and upgraded the sites and they went to 2.5 and they ripped and replaced, they became the fastest speed in some of the markets quickly.
That's true. Yeah.
Bro, like when I tested LA, bro, honestly, Caleb's engineering skills really showed me what they're about, bro. Like he has Verizon quality. The way LA was done, Tyrone, with their 5G that Caleb did, it was amazing, bro. The slowest I got, bro, was when I was going under a tunnel in a 210, literally under that concrete tunnel, and I was still pulling over 100 megs, dude, on the 5G. But everywhere was consistent 300 plus.
Damn.
I kind of just wish that Tyrone, I kind of just wish that Sprint went bankrupt, and in order to pay off their debt, their spectrum had to get auctioned, and it could have just gone to all the carriers and just spread it out.
Yeah.
You know, because if they're going to be upgrading sites, just modernizing them and not putting out, you know, the 2.5 gigahertz like they said they would, I'm just going to be disappointed.
Yes. I think everyone is.
You know, everybody makes fun of Charlie Ergen for being a spectrum squatter. Well, what the hell is so damn impressive about 50% of your sites having AWS and 70% of your sites having PCS?
25% of PCS still not deployed at 1984 technology.
Or, you know, they're like Verizon has refarmed band 5 for low band. They already completed band 13 years ago. AT&T's on its third round of low band. They did band 12. They did band
17.
5, 17. Well, 17 and 12, right? Kind of like together.
Yeah, they merged it to 12 now, yeah.
And then now they're doing 14. You know, like they're on their third round of low band. And we're still having conversations about, here in the CLE at least, every fifth site has band 71.
It's actually it's four low bands. They got band 29 that they're implementing now too.
But band 29's not, like, it's not here. I'm not going to say it's national.
It's more on the regional side.
Oh,
yeah, they're working on it though.
I'm just saying, like, we're seeing multiple generations of completed bandwidth, you know, in these different frequencies. Like they got band 71, they got 600 megahertz in 2016, and AT&T got their band 14 in 2018. I would bet that probably by the end of this year, there's more band 14 on tower sites than band 71.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And it's 2 years newer. You know? Do you think now? Yep. Do you think there's more band 14 sites than band 71 sites?
Yes, I think so.
I really do myself too.
Bro, they've had it for 2 years. They've had it for 2 years.
They're 80% complete with the first net.
Well then,
so they're getting there.
See, that's the difference between spending $6 to $8 billion a year and then spending 20 and 22 billion.
25.
So that basically essentially means AT&T spent in 2 years, so this year and last year, $43 billion. 2 years.
Yep.
43 billion. It's crazy, bro. And it shows. Hey,
Yep.
I've heard that, Tyrone. I have heard that 80% getting thrown around.
Yep.
I want to say it was probably February or January. AT&T said they were almost at 70%.
Yep. And
I don't
they
know.
would be
How do
further along
how
if
do
it
we
wasn't
measure? How do we
limit.
double check? You know, how do we confirm? You know.
Yep.
I just know that I'm always connected to it in the CLE, man. I always see band 14. It's all over the place. It is everywhere.
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
here. Same
Yeah,
here.
I
see it
I
all
know
over the place.
Carlos is seeing it.
Yeah, and you know what's impressive? The town St. George, Utah, band 14 is everywhere. It's like the primary band.
You know what you could do? You can go to Cell Mapper, and you could choose band 14 and just look around different markets, right? And you could do the same thing with band 71. And I'm telling you, bro, 1 out of every 4, 1 out of every 5 towers in the CLE has band 71. And then probably most towers, I'd say probably 90% of towers here in the CLE, 80% maybe on the low end, have band 14. Band 14's everywhere here in Ohio, at least. It's everywhere.
And you got to remember too, AT&T is extremely unmapped. Same with Verizon. It's extremely unmapped, bro. Dude, Sheep, he finally found sites that I mapped when I drove through Ohio. Because when I drove through one time, bro, he found like sites that I mapped.
Info assistant, I have to argue that. What would you call Netflix? I would call that a streaming service.
Yes, sir.
Quibi.
All right, that's their thing. I don't know.
The Quibster.
Quibi, the Quibster, man, junk.
Junk, bro.
AT&T does big things with media. That's true. I will give you that.
Yeah.
Verizon does have FiOS in some markets. It's definitely not national though. It's really situational.
I know. I wish it was national, man. Shit, I'd love to get the head of that, man.
Anthony, I would recommend going to either Root Metrics or Open Signal, selecting your market and checking it out, you know, and maybe go to like Cell Mapper and see which carriers seem to offer the most tower density. That's always good because it's a measure of coverage and capacity usually. So give that a shot. You also got to keep in mind, y'all, AT&T owns its fiber. That's no joke.
Yeah.
That means they use it for, you know, home wireline. That means they use it for their backhaul and their tower sites. You know, so that's no joke. Yeah, man. Let's wrap it up, man. I didn't expect to be on here for 2 hours. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being here to watch. Do check out some of the links in the description box for all the things going on with the community. The @sneedtech Twitter handle. We have the podcast links for the audio-only version of the podcast. We're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, all those other things. We're on all of them. Big shout out to Tyrone from Tech Life for hanging out with us tonight. Tyrone, appreciate you being here, bro.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
And thank you, Carlos, as always, for coming through, bro. We know that you are a huge contributor to the channel, and we appreciate you and being here, taking the time, man.
Yep.
And I did get tons of donations. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the super chats. That was very kind of you all. Caleb dropped a bomb. I remember Brennan, Gene, you were very generous tonight as well. Thank you guys for that. I don't know. There was a lot of donations. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that, Kathy. Thank you for the super chat sticker. Appreciate you very much. I wish I could go back and see all the donations, but it only lets me go back to like the last 3. So, and Michael for his PayPal donation. Thank you for that. That's really pretty much it for this show. Do me a solid, hit the like button, share this to all your socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That would be amazing. Thank you for that. If it's your first time here, subscribe, activate the bell notification icon so you know whenever we do upload stuff. And Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything for the good of the order, gentlemen? Tyrone, you want to tell them about your channel if anybody doesn't know who you are?
Yeah, I'm over at Tech Life channel on YouTube. If you guys want to subscribe there, I got more content coming on the way, so stay tuned for that.
Yep. And Carlos got his channel too, Carlos S Tech, and they both have Twitter handles. Check them out, Tech Life channel, and Carlos S Tech. Thank you guys. Anything for the good of the order?
That's it, boss.
All right, we out. Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right, have a good night.
Stop wearing pink thongs.